Banks versus Davis. We're back with a very special guest, an old guest, someone who's been around since the beginning. You know him as BodyMore Bottles, our Baltimore correspondent,
Our,
Zell.
our brother,
It's
one
been a
third of the
while.
Skeet Profits.
Skeet, skeet, skeet.
Yeah,
Do I
I
got
don't know. I
into?
think at this point you might have a run for the real Street Profits the way Montez Ford is looking. Because look at yourself, Montez. You let yourself go.
Hey man, him and Bianca just chilling at home. You know what else? What else you
Basically,
gonna do?
yeah. I'm either fat or I'm tired from other stuff, being tired.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, you had to deal with a woman who didn't want to get finger surgery for a year. Like, at that point, I'll do this shit myself.
well, my fingers hurt, brother.
Doing the old five knuckles shuffle.
No, the other one. What's the song for South Park? I'm trying not to be inappropriate because
Oh,
we got 5 minutes left. Till we can do every, till we can say everything. But yeah,
finger bang. It's like when you put your finger like a gun and go bang bang. That's what he
yeah,
says. Remember?
that's exactly what I was gonna say, and I was gonna sing the song.
Nah, but yeah, I think the last time Zell was around probably 2022. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so it's been a long time.
Yeah. What was that? Was it? No, it wasn't the Fast Summer one. It had to be maybe
No, we were probably doing Patreon
the
content
King
then,
of the
so you
Ring
probably
one.
joined us for the King of
Yeah.
the Ring episode. Yeah, which is a funny ass show. Seeing Shane McMahon get his ass kicked for 30 minutes just so
As
Was
it'll
that
make
really
always.
us.
2022 the last time you was on here?
Yeah,
Damn.
don't forget we did nothing in 2020 for most of 2025, and then it was the last half of 2023, and then in the first half of 2024.
Hey, I
I'd say
can't keep up,
2024.
dog. You be doing like Drew McIntyre with the retirements.
Basically,
I feel
I
like
quit.
Davis, but sometimes you gotta take a break, man.
Yeah, the one in 2025 was legit a break for that was for just work and all that and all. But we're back. We wanted to have you because you've been having a hard time, not with just one team, but all your teams that you root for, Zell. I mean, you got the Orioles hat. They were supposed to be the chosen franchise of this decade with all the prospects they got with
Ha!
Adley Rutschman and Jackson Holliday, Gunnar Henderson,
Yeah,
Anthony Statander, and he had to go in free agency like 2 years ago now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I'm still hurt about that. I'm still hurt about Manny Machado.
Manny Machado and Adam Jones, like they were coming off a run with Chris Davis, where they had a very competitive team in those years, where the AL East, even though it was always going to be the Yankees, but there was someone giving the Yankees a run for their money if it wasn't the Red Sox, because Toronto had a few good years,
Hmm.
Tampa Bay. So that's probably the most competitive division in baseball the last 15 years, I'd say, is that AL East. Just how
Thing
it
about
fluctuates so crazy.
thing about being an Orioles fan is, man, you already know before you go into the season, you expect disappointment.
Yeah.
When
I'm like
we
being an Angels fan.
when you have a good year, it's a surprise. So I ain't mad at whatever. I just like going to the games, rooting for my team.
Yeah.
Especially going to games these days. I haven't been to a game since they've done the pitch clock. So I imagine going to a live game is much better now compared to before.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I ain't had no problem with it before, so I go. It's always better to be there for me than to watch it on TV. So time flies when you're down there, but the pitch clock definitely make it go a little bit faster.
Yeah. Right now I'm watching these World Baseball Classic games, and I'm glad they still use the pitch clock too, because again, otherwise you don't want to see guys going like, all right, let me do
What
my
time's
full
the
40
U.S.
second.
versus Puerto Rico come
Well, that's
on?
why we're gonna Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico got eliminated.
Same thing.
It's 6:30 East, 6:30 Central, so 7:30 Eastern is that game. So we'll be
Okay,
on
I'll
before then.
I'll be done by then because
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be that game look crazy.
that Dominican team, just the lineup alone is like, how do these guys
Yeah,
not win it all?
yeah.
dog, that's legit Stone Cold versus Austin WrestleMania 17.
I don't know. The way this U.S. team is playing, they got to get their head out of their asses with certain guys. They can't hit for shit. They've been saved by their pitching, really, with Paul Skeens and
Yeah.
biased because Logan Webb is a giant, and he had a great outing in the last game against Canada. But also Canada, I think, kind of got lucky to get in with Mexico fucking it up.
They shouldn't let the old man stay. Clayton. This was supposed to be his, farewell tour. Even though he won the championship, I think that's better. But still, for him, I think winning something for his country is more fitting for him. If y'all remember what he was talking about during the pandemic.
No, what was he saying?
Oh, he was QAnon. He was talking about forget the you feel me? Forget that. That's the microchip.
A white guy from Texas was against the jab? What do you mean?
Exactly.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Exactly. And he was saying things about, them people. I don't want to say what people, but June, he said, hey, I don't rock with that. But again, he's from Texas. Am I defending him?
Yeah, you're
right. I do the Floyd Mayweather.
No, but that Dominican team, for the whole lineup, it's just crazy because they even have guys that aren't on the team that should be on the team. Like Ellie De La Cruz isn't playing because his team wouldn't allow him based off his injury last year. And then I think Jose Ramirez from the Guardians, he's not on the team. So they still have like 2 All-Stars back at the crib that they could have just they're playing with house money with the guys they got.
Man, I was looking at the on FanDuel and just looking at the lineup and seeing because I was going to put something on us to win. Then I looked at it hold up, they got who and who else? And Vlad Jr.
Vladdy Jr., Machado, Tatis Jr., O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah.
And then Julio Rodriguez bats 7th, and he's the Mariners' star player. That's these guys can just
they stack, bro. It's a reason. Well, one reason why I'm trying to get to the DR.
they should run the table. To be honest with that lineup,
I mean, it's Paul Skeens, and if Paul Skeens really is the chosen one, like he has been for the Pirates, then he'll show it tonight. But still, that's not even the Monstars. That's better than the Monstars, what he's going up against.
Yeah.
And they don't even got a lot about their age,
not anymore. No.
Yeah.
That's the good show. I mean, they're being managed by Albert Pujols. He doesn't even have to do shit. He's like, all right, guys, just go out there,
Oh, like he was doing the last couple of years with the Angels?
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't forget, it wasn't until he got to the Angels where people were like, Albert Pujols, he might be secretly 44, 45 right now. No.
I don't know. They don't do it like Africans, bro. Africans, they be 65, but, they look 40. Like Joe Embiid, low key, might be 45. His knee's 68.
They tell you that they count their age by the scars on their forehead.
Yeah. And the machete blades they keep in the house.
Joel Embiid does seem young because he was obviously really into DX, which is when they brought Triple H out to do the opening game. So I don't think he's a fan of OG Attitude Era DX. I think he was a fan of the DX that I saw, the Ruthless
06
DX. Yeah, the 06 run. So I think Joel Embiid is actually young. That's not here right now. I think he would. I don't know if you remember this, Banks. Was it within the last 2 weeks that USC player got kicked off the team, and the rumor was he was secretly 30 already?
I remember that because I think it just happened with another player too.
You can't be 30 in college.
Hell no, not with no
they
two
said
kids.
That he had lied about it, like it was a legit baseball thing.
Dwayne Wade had 3 kids when he was in college.
But he admitted
Chris
that
Winkie was a grown man.
They knew he was, they knew he was 20. This guy was saying he was 19, or not 9. They said this guy was saying he was 22 and was actually 30 already, something like that. He was
with a full family.
The last one like this was Shabazz
Muhammad. Hey!
No, it's funny because Jalen Rose, his whole thing about why this story was so dumb, he's like, you don't remember that they're saying you had another 17th birthday? Wasn't I 17 last year? Jalen Rose so how's he going to try to lie to the media about, I don't know how old I am? You had them birthdays. What do you mean you don't know how old you are?
And he not even African. He from Las Vegas.
I didn't want to say the name Shabazz Muhammad. Doesn't sound Las Vegas though.
It don't sound like it at all. Like I think his people more likely they from Cali. We got 2 Muslims in fucking California. Rizza Islam and well, the guys that sell the newspapers at the Slauson Swap meet.
But no, lying about your age, like you were saying, is
Y'all got
that's-
Muslims in Northern California, Davis?
Don't forget, I told you my the father of my sister, he's Hispanic, but he was converting when he was inside.
A Hispanic Muslim. I never.
Yeah, I
seen
swear I
Right.
told you all this before. 'cause
No,
y'all
I
said
don't
the
think you
same thing.
have, because I
Y'all
remember
said the
that.
same thing. Y'all never heard of no Hispanic Muslim before.
No.
But yeah, because even my mom was like, "You're what?" Like when she would talk to him on the phone, like, "What do you mean?" And she would tell me after, like, "Apparently he's Muslim now," and I'm like, huh?
Assalamu alaikum.
Again, this
My
is the
friend.
father of my sister, but yeah, I was like, "What do you?" But I'm like, "He's Mexican." Like,
A Mexican? Yeah, I've never heard that a day in my life.
They always pray to Jesus.
yeah,
The Guadalupe, right?
And the I was about to say the joints on the candles.
Yeah, the lady.
Yeah,
I don't know who
Saint-
she
no,
is, but she been
yeah.
having the same outfit on.
not Santa Maria. Who's the other one they do? They
I
pray
think
to?
Guadalupe, right?
You're asking the wrong fucking person about anything religious. You know that.
Yeah, we can't ask a white person about this. Y'all gonna tell us about Satan.
I was about to ask if you got black Israelites out there.
In his state where he at right now, or Northern California? Because Northern
Either
California,
one.
my uncle is
Either
from.
way.
I got one of my. He don't claim it, but he from Northern California. My uncle. I think I still got the recording from when I seen him in November.
Oh, is that the one y'all talk about with Dot and Amp? About,
Yeah. Hey, put the camera away. He still got the accent, but he
Yeah.
like, put the camera away. Cause I was trying to secretly record the stuff he be talking about. And I'm like, if this footage ever get out, I'm cooked. Cause the stuff he be saying. But in Minnesota, I am actually curious. Do y'all got that in Minnesota?
well, don't forget, there's there's a very heavy Somali population here. I
They
do
black
think there
Israelites.
is I don't think so I don't think there is much black Israelites. I think there is a probably a decent mod. I bet they're all in the cities. Don't forget, I'm an hour and a half away from the cities. I'm in the suburb part of central Minnesota. So I imagine down more in the metro where my brother goes to college, there probably is.
Yeah, they usually in the place where it's a lot of people, heavy heavy foot traffic, so that they can stand outside and spew their rhetoric.
Right. And shout out women that look like geeks. Like, you supposed to be with the black people, but they be yelling at black women. I used to see it all the time back at home.
There
Push your
definitely is
ass
one in LA
out.
because when we were in LA for Mania, Rock had gotten the Black Israelite newspaper from someone. They gave him that for free.
That wasn't the
Dot said-
Watchtower.
That's the
I
Watchtower.
I can't
That might have
remember
been the
the,
Watchtower that he got.
Yeah.
You told me like, don't read that, Davis. It's the most racist thing you'll ever read.
Oh yeah, the final call. Yeah. And they always got the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on there.
Yeah, I think that was the Watchtower because I think he bought a bean pie. That's how he
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Wait, the Watchtower is the Jehovah's Witness. The final call or whatever is the Muslim one.
You're right.
No,
but don't take that Watchtower, Davis. I'm telling you, that's a cult. Jehovah's Witness is a cult. No disrespect anybody listening.
It's all a cult. I'm saying all religion too is a cult.
No, but they really won because they come to your crib in the morning on Saturdays. Like, why are you doing this instead of being at the crib? They be posted outside with the suits on, and then they ain't worse than Mormons.
I'm trying to watch football games. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I told y'all my grandmother used to cuss them out.
I got an uncle that invited me and talked to him about Jesus. Like, start reading the Bible with him and stuff. Like, until they trying to leave.
Hey, that's actually smart. Hey, worked them until a shoot.
Nah, but I mean, yeah. I imagine it would be like the Drew C skit where they're just all going around shouting, "That's right, that's right!" Like,
no, they cuss a lot. The Black Israelites, they just cuss a lot. They hate white women, but then they love white women, which is the usual thing.
Of course.
They hate women just in general, though. Like I said, I heard them cuss out like, "Oh, black women." I was like, wait, that's part of the manuscript.
and they wear combat boots.
in the summer.
They got the John Moxley ones on.
Choke slam to the top.
They do,
with their
bro.
pants tucked in them.
Damn.
With purple on them long purple garments. They look like these people. What's that? The Betas. What's their name? Like Titus O'Neil. That's how they dress.
Or like
they don't get upset for me doing that. I don't give a fuck.
With like them big church robes on.
Yeah, and they just yell with a speaker. They more prominent in New York. That's the ones I seen on steroids. Like, they yell to the top of their lungs, especially in Brooklyn, and it be cold as hell, and they be yelling.
That's right.
The world is coming to an end.
That's right, B. That's right.
Where's this bond, son?
Yeah, that's where.
And don't see, the thing is with them, if you don't take the newspaper, if you're a black dude, they get mad. But one of them was like, you don't want to take the paper?
You too good for this newspaper, huh?
Yeah. I started hitting them with some 666 Mafia shit. Feels like, oh, no. You one of them. I started rolling my eyes like the Undertaker. Start doing that. They was like, oh, hell no.
Well, that's it. Speaking of Dominicans, that's when you play. I know blah. No. Especially for Vegas, he can pull up. No, Poppy, not Poppy. No.
Well, apparently Manny said I do look Dominican, so
I would believe it. If you said it all of a sudden one day out of nowhere, like you found out you're Dominican reporter, I'd be like, you know what? I've always had suspicions.
Oh, apparently, kind of the same thing. I found out I'm a quarters Jamaican.
That makes sense.
That makes sense about you and Nikita Lyons. So
it makes sense about me and a lot of white women, but that's
that's with the World Baseball Classic, not just
2%.
No, because they got Austin Wells on the Dominican team, and first of all, the name Austin Wells is the most white American name. But I think it's I didn't do the research to see if it's his mom or dad who's
Austin Wells.
But that's you would think Austin Velez, or you'd have to pronounce it like that basically.
That might be title number one.
You'd have to call me Davis Colton.
He wasn't adopted. I don't know his lineage.
I don't think it really works out like that because let me see. Let me do the actual research part.
Or he might be mixed. He might got the.
No, I think he is. But again, just the name to see like that lineup of names, and then Austin Wells. It's like, wait, what? Like.
But the crazy thing is, this how you know they black. They can say that I know black, but when you see them, someone be mixed. They just look black. Like Cat, he just looked black.
He was born in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh yeah, he mixed.
And he grew up in Las Vegas. Oh,
his
mom is Dominican. And his father grew up in California. Okay.
So that means what? Yeah. Because Wells is like a black name, last name. And then you just said his lineage. Ain't no damn Dominicans in Scottsdale, and definitely not no Las Vegas.
He's not black, he's white. Well, white skinned, I should say.
Wait, so his dad is white?
Yeah.
Well, shit. Where he found his mom
when they show him in the lineup, you'll be like, wait, it's something. That's the thing about the Olympics and the world and stuff like the World Baseball Classic or FIBA for basketball. You're like, something about this lineup seems. I don't know. You're saying this team's supposed to be from what country? Yeah.
Hey, shouts out. Speaking of which, if we talking about racial ambiguous people, where Lolo Jones at?
You were really into Lolo Jones?
I mean, Rock was.
She was celibate the whole time. Remember?
She still is. Last time I checked.
Maybe still, yeah.
I mean, she looked good, but I can't go for that. No can do, man. It's only so many times I could. It's only so many times I can do that. You can't see me to myself.
She's 43 now, so that would be crazy if she still was.
I think she is, dog. It's not. If you're a woman, there's nothing wrong with that. I'll just say that. I don't know how bad y'all want me to get as far as that conversation, but yeah, if you're a woman, I understand. Say your cookies, baby. Say that flower. If you're a grown man, you pass a certain age and you a virgin, hey, bro, you might as well just turn the other side. I was about to say it. You might
Oh,
want to
see,
go to the
that's
other
what I mean.
side.
So this is you being pro women, that it's okay for women to be virgins, but men.
Yeah, because they flowers, they delicate individuals that deserve to be loved and cherished and not be sent cash apps.
That's a
And
fact.
again, to my point last week when we had Brandon Eve on, I said I think that was part of Tim Tebow's strength in college is that he was a virgin. He had all that pent up testosterone, and that was powering him through those linebackers to knock dudes out. But Lolo Jones, don't forget, she didn't even medal when she was in the Olympics, so it was doing the opposite for her. That should have been the sign then.
Guess that same thing go for Jimmy that too, huh?
Yeah, that's why he was able to kill it at BYU because he wasn't having sex of any kind.
Oh, he one of them?
The Mormons, yeah, Mormons, you can't do anything until
Oh,
marriage.
I didn't know he was one of them. I was
Yeah.
saying one of them in a different way.
No, yeah. Yeah.
You one of them? Yeah.
Fish.
But he was a Mormon from New York. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Is he from upstate? He got to be from
Yeah.
upstate.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because they don't, in Central, nah, they ain't got none of that.
You a virgin, B? You a virgin, son?
Word to mother, how you doing that? How you doing that, son? Word to God. I don't know how you do that. But being Tim Tebow, look, man, Tim Tebow and Tony Hawk might be the only white people that's getting into heaven. I'm sorry, Davis. And maybe Uncle Mike. That's about it. Three. Actually, hold on, 6. So all of them in your family, except for you, Davis, Tony Hawk, Tim Tebow are the only white people that's going to heaven, bro. Especially Tim Tebow. He probably gonna get on the magic carpet or something. I don't know. He gonna get.
That's my conspiracy theory. I feel when you're overly religious like that, that's like the knock against you. Like you got to be like, you're doing too much. You got to tone it down a little. You know.
He never was like. He wasn't beating people over the head with it, Paul.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he wasn't, dog. He was just
John
saying
John 3:16 on his eye black. What do you mean he wasn't beating people over the head with it?
But that's not like, hey, y'all gotta read y'all Bible. Y'all gotta read. He wasn't doing that. He was. No, he was. He wasn't smashing people over the head with it, bro. He was just like, this is my belief system. I'll tell y'all about it.
Why do you think Aaron Hernandez is like, all right already? Fuck. Gee, I get it. Like,
well, go kill somebody, then balance this out.
Well,
that's why I think Riley Cooper said the N-word, because he's like, okay, Tim, fuck, all right. Like, again, all those guys he played with turned out to be like the Suicide Squad of troublemakers, dirty players, all of it.
But that lets you know how much of a saint he was if he didn't give in to the temptation, brother.
Especially in Florida at that time. Yeah. I mean, hey, he better than me because I would have given in immediately.
Yeah, no, he had him. He ain't, look, pause. He ain't no ugly dude, so I know he had him, but that's how you know he might be a saint.
That's what Brandon Spikes is saying. Like, he's like, all the fine when we were going to the parties, like, where Tim D was like, he ain't going to do nothing. What do you mean, where's Tim D? Like,
he had the crib reading a playbook and his Bible.
Yeah.
Helping our kids, you know what I mean? Sick kids and all type of shit. That's what I'm saying. Like,
bro, was going on Christian missions to different countries and stuff.
Dog, like how you
technically Tim Tebow was Filipino because that's where he was born.
Yeah, but it ain't his lineage. You feel me? The bloodline. Because that's how he was.
He'd have to play for the Philippines in flag football if he did for the Olympics.
Bro, he gonna look like Andre the Giant compared to everybody.
Him and 12 other 5'8" guys.
5'8", 5'4".
No, again, the Filipinos I hang around with, they were pretty tall. They were about my height or around.
Yeah, 5'5".
You want to do this?
Anytime a white dude say you want to do this, hey, it can go very bad.
No, because again, I have that clip where Amp and Joe are like, you keep saying Davidson short, but like that picture y'all side by side, it looks like y'all the same.
Man, don't listen to them. Look who you name it. Don't listen to them.
But that's because Joe said I had the Johnny Bravo going on that added to my inches.
Also, he said you look like a key to leave. Or you said
I said Joe looks like a keep to leave. Yeah. He said I look like a keep to leave, like on some Troy Aikman Jay-Z shit. That'd be hilarious.
No, it was the other way around, messed up. But he did call you Count Chocula.
Yeah, he said, Davis look like a vampire. Like I said, what? Nah, but no, Zell, you were going through it with the Orioles, and then last year, out of all the teams, the Dallas Mavericks, they traded Luka Doncic for at this point for no one. I can't even say they got Cooper Flag in the trade because that's Adam Silver doing the, worst commissioning of all time of like, hey, you just trade your star player. Here's a get out of jail free card and Cooper Flag. But Anthony Davis, gone. The other guys, gone. And that was one reason I stopped watching the NBA because I'm like, if Luka Doncic is going to play for the Lakers, the team I hate the most out of all the teams in sports besides the Dodgers, then obviously I'm not going to watch your league anymore.
I used to be like that too, like back in the day when Kobe was busting out ass all the time. And I was just a Mavs fan. I hated Kobe so much that I rooted for the Celtics when they faced the Celtics.
Yeah.
Ain't that far from you, so yeah, that makes sense.
But now I'm a Lakers fan.
Oh God!
You're breaking my heart.
Yeah, hey.
It's
but
bad
I get it
as
because
they did Luka so bad, man. I couldn't just stop my Luka fandom. I got to roll with him. So it's the Lake Show now. I'm still a Mavs fan too, though. I can't just let them go.
I'd rather you be a Clippers fan, bro. At least they give away tickets or they give you a T-shirt. The Lakers don't give you shit but headaches and heartaches. Ask Antonio.
I'm more of a Lakers fan.
Not to throw Antonio under the bus, but all the Lakers fans, as we saw with this Bam shit, are the worst fans in all of sports at this point. They have now passed the Yankees.
The Cowboys still exist, brother.
They've passed the Cowboys.
No, they haven't.
They've passed the Yankees. They've passed all these other fans because the Bam, 83 points, and everyone losing their mind of like, man, they just let him have the play. You mean the Toronto Raptors that ended up getting Andrea Bagliani in the draft? They were, competitive against Kobe Bryant? No, they weren't.
No, but here's the two things about that. So you got Kobe Bryant, who's top 5 all time in scoring. Not the numbers, because I think he about to be like no, he's still at top 5 in scoring, but far as a scorer, I'll say that. You got him, a guard, who's putting up 81. That's insane. Bam, yeah, he's a big man, but at the same time, he don't play like a big man. He played like a goddamn 2.
But I mean, he doesn't have the offensive game, like a full offensive game to put up 83 points, let alone 43 points.
Well, that's why everybody's surprised by this, because it's like, how did 6'10", 6'11" Bam do this, even though he played like a guard?
He's barely 6'9", isn't he?
About 6'10". We'll say 6'10". But still, the fact that this isn't his go-to game, when he can score, but this ain't his style of playing, for him to go for 83 is, I don't know if I can say impressive, because again, I'm not hating, but dog, 40 free throws for real.
It's kind of crazy. Like, they was fouling, like they was up stupid points, still trying to get him shots, fouling so he could get more, fouling so they could stop the clock so he could get more shots. Like, it was real unethical.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people more mad at than the fact, and then you add on the fact that he broke Kobe record. So it's like, yeah, now they gonna talk. But the fact that how unethical it was, I think, is what got people mad more than the fact that he broke Kobe record.
The Kobe Bryant thing, it was unethical because he was just taking the ball from the teammates. He wasn't letting them shoot. Like,
bro, who was on his team? You remember? I know.
Who's on this Heat team right now? Tyler Herro wasn't playing in this game.
Go ahead.
They was playing the Wizards, and they was up.
They were playing the Raptors back then. Again, this was the Jalen Rose Raptors that everyone brings up.
And they was down. Like, Kobe brought him back in that third when he had that surge in the third, and they needed them points to win. Like, I think a couple games before that, he had dropped 50 or something, like something crazy. And they was telling him to go for it. He was like, "No, we up 20. What's the point?"
Right.
Look,
so
everyone. Oh, go ahead, Banks.
No, go ahead.
No, because my thing's longer, so I want you to go ahead.
No, because the thing is, like Zell said, it's the point of winning the game as well. Like, I'm not faulting the Heat, because it's like, all right, if you know the dude's about to go for the record, just go for the record, even though y'all up by 20 points at 3 minutes left in the fourth. All right, cool. But the thing is, with game, his is more personal, because again, you a guard doing this shit. You got a young
You
Chris
acting
Bosh
like
on the
he's
team.
6'3". This guy was 6'6". Come on, like.
Yeah, but look again. This is before the guards were taking over the game to when it became a point guard game. At that point, it was still big man game for the most part. Like, yeah, the Heat would have maybe won with D Wade, but against the Mavs, I don't think so. Against that Mavs team, I don't know. But for a 6'6" guy, his style of playing too, Kobe ain't he fundamentally sound, but really not really, because the type of shit he'll do. It's like, dog, how are you not exhausted from doing turnaround jumpers off the backboard, left pivot, foot, fade away, and all that weird shit? So for him to get 81 and his style of playing is insane. And I mean, again, look at the team he was going against and his team that he had. They had I think Mo Peterson was on that fucking team. Jalen Rose. They had some decent players, and then a young Chris Bosh on that rapper team. He had fucking Chris Mim and Brian Cook and Smush Parker with the Smush Mobile. The
Like he
Heat
also
are
had Lamar
in the
Odom,
playoffs. Yeah.
Shannon Brown. Not Shannon Brown. This one. Oh, Kwame Brown. That's who he had.
Kwame Brown. I don't want no problems.
But again,
Oh, that's it? So
no, I'm just saying that the point, like look at this Heat team that Bam's point. This isn't the Miami Heat of the last couple of years where they had, competitive teams like Hawkes was already on the bench. They have Davion Mitchell. They have who else they got? Like this isn't the
Triple
this
J,
isn't even,
UCLA alumni.
but this is barely the Heat culture type of Heat culture team. Like they just like that's why Eric Spoelstra just let him have it because he's like we need some glimmer of hope right now because our team ain't doing much.
Brother, Heat culture has been dead since Jimmy Butler, probably before that, last year. It's been dead forever. Because again, that's been a conversation. Nobody want to go to the Heat, and I gotta have 1% body fat, and I gotta get up 3 o'clock in the morning to go practice.
But they've won or they've been competitive at least, so there's something to that. I'm not a Heat culture advocate, but I'm saying I understand like a team has a code, and that's why they've been able to be successful or at least competitive for as long as they've had without having to restart so much compared to other teams. Like you just said, the Clippers, like how they treat their fans, like they were going to do this whole thing with Kawhi and Paul George, and then Kawhi, Paul George, and Westbrook, and then Kawhi, Paul George, and Harden, and and then just Harden and Kawhi, and now it's just Kawhi and fucking Darius Garland. Like that's supposed to be the team they put out going forward.
Brother, they winning though.
But then in the playoffs, it always ends the same way. It's always more often not to the Mavericks, a first round exit to the Mavericks is what their fate was for the longest time. And I don't think they'll be competitive like they have been in the past. But to go back on the Bam thing, like at least I know what you're saying in terms of ethics, Zell, but at the same time, this is the NBA. And especially these days, there is no such thing as ethics, whether it's behind the scenes or on the floor, because guys are willing just to do whatever it takes to make money off the court or play like shit on the court. So for them to just try to get them fouled or to foul to get the ball back, like that is corny. I'm not saying like that's where the NBA has to fix the intentional fouling type of thing, where if you intentionally foul someone, they should have the right to get the ball back instead of shoot free throws if they want. That way you're just going to continue. If you're going to continue to intentionally foul them, you're going to realize like this team is going to still hold on to the ball. So you're intentionally fouling them for no reason. There has to be some sort of solution to that fixes the game, or it speeds up the clock where like you just do a 5-second runoff and the team still has the ball, because otherwise that's what's going to fix the end of the games too. But intentionally fouling just worsens the game because it just slows it down, and then the free throw slows it down, and no one wants to just watch free throws over and over. As much as they want to watch 3-pointers over and over, the free throws is even more boring.
Zell, who made you a Mavericks fan? When did you become? Rolando Blackman made you a Mavericks fan?
Dirk Nowitzki. Was it Live 2000? Every time I played basketball video games back then, I always like a big man that could shoot the three. Like before that, it was Adidas Sabonis I used to use all the time because they'll leave you open because there's a big man out there on the wing and you'll knock down the three. So I always used to do that. That was always my game plan. They had Dirk on there. I discovered Dirk, and I've been a Mavs fan ever since.
Okay, I get it. I mean, in the words of Club 520, they had to wait, bro. Because that team, what was it, the 03 and 04, but definitely that 03. Because did you have live 03 with Jason Kidd on the cover?
Yep. And it came
Yeah.
with the CD.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever heard Joe Budden, unfortunately. And Fabulous on there, and you can unlock them in the game. But yeah, I remember I used to play at that Mavs team. It was Dirt, Michael Finley, UNC stand up. I think Stackhouse still was on the team as well.
Did Michael Finley go to UNC?
No, I'm sorry. Stackhouse went to UNC.
Stackhouse
Okay,
went to
I'm like, I can't even remember where Michael Finley went to. I'm gonna look that up.
Maybe Wake Forest? Definitely Stackhouse went to UNC though. I thought he was on
Stackhouse did.
Okay. Steve Nash. Shit. Who was the Rafe LaFlance or something like that was the center? Who was the center?
I went to Wisconsin, Michael Finley.
Okay. I forgot who the center was, but yeah. So I get why you would be a fan of that
Did they
team.
have Dampier? Eric Dampier?
Eric Dampier?
Yeah, we had him for a while.
I know he was the center when they went to the finals in 06.
Is Eric Dampier Chinese?
No.
He looked Chinese.
We had Sean Bradley.
Damn, that's a name.
Raja Bell. Popeye Jones. Yeah, Rafe LaFrance was on there.
Popeye Jones ain't Chinese. That motherfucker just ugly knees.
Nick Van hockey player, so
Nick Van Exel was nice, bro. I think that's after he left the Lakers too.
Thanks, Eric Dampier's from Jackson, Mississippi.
He just looks Chinese. Look at him.
I'm gonna send you Eric Dampier's picture, and you're gonna be like, "What?"
People should know how Eric Dampier look. If you not, hey man,
how does that look Chinese?
Look at his eyes. He don't look Chinese to you?
No, he doesn't. No, I mean the Mavericks. I was obviously rooting against the Mavericks because I like Dwayne Wade when I was starting to get into basketball. So in that 06 finals, I was rooting for the Heat against the Mavericks. But they've always had a few players I've liked over the years. Chandler Parsons because I liked him at Florida.
Look who you like, bro.
When my guy Rondo went to Dallas, I'm like, all right. And then him and Rick Carlisle were gonna have a knife fight after every game because Rick Carlisle's like, run the plays I said, and Rondo was like, I'm running the plays I want to run. Like,
right, you got an old school Celtics guy. You trying to tell him what to do, run the plays.
Yeah. Who else did they have that I liked? They drafted Shane Larkin, but he only played that 1 year. I like Shane Larkin when he was at Miami. Shane Larkin's killing it in the EuroLeague. He's killing it for his Turkish team.
So is Kevin Knox, but who's counting? That's it. I mean, did you like Sean Marion on there? The old Sean Marion?
I did like Sean Marion. I like Sean Marion more when he was in Phoenix, but yeah.
Because
I kind of shot like Sean Marion. I had an ugly two-handed type of shot.
I like his. That shot was atrocious.
I hated playing with Sean Marion on the game because you could never it was so hard to get his release.
Yeah. All I used to do was dunk with the Matrix. That's it.
They also had Josh Howard. I didn't like him. That team.
That was my guy.
That
Finley, Josh guess what college he went to? UNC.
Wait, he went to Wake Forest, I thought. No, I think that's who you went to Wake Forest. I think that's where Josh Howard was Wake Forest.
Yeah.
We had Marquise Daniels. That was my man.
With the dreads, yeah.
The Mavericks have always been competitive, but they were competitive. I'm not saying only because they had Mark Cuban, and obviously that's why the Doncic trade happens because Mark Cuban's not there these days. Because he obviously never would have made that trade in a million fucking years, especially for Anthony Davis. He would have done it for maybe Shea or Jokic, but not anyone other than those two.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't think he would have picked Shea over Doncic. I think he probably only would have picked Jokic over Luka. And when it comes to like, what guy are you willing to trade for? That's better than the star guy you have now. Yeah.
Man, Phoenix.
They need that one dominant white guy on the Mavericks.
Yeah, they're a team that likes to have a dominant white star in the city of Dallas, of all places.
That's about to be the Lakers right now. You see who they got.
The White Lakers.
So yeah, Luke Kennard, Austin Reeves, Luca. Are they trying to do that? That's why they trying to get the old man out of there. They're gonna replace him with like a white small forward. I can't even think of a white small forward right now. That would actually be great.
The
I mean, he
crime
worked with Zell
stopper.
too.
The crime stopper. You want to talk about 5'8" guys? Wasn't that his issue as to why he couldn't
No,
make it? 5'8".
5'8".
I was about to say that nigga like 5'2".
Yeah, you talking about 5'8". I'm like, hold on, dog.
Did he even get the chance to play college ball?
He went to the G League. He got drafted, I think, by the 76ers.
Let me see.
He messed himself up because of that, you know what I mean, a situation. But he was supposed, he would have went to college. And
yeah, he played for the Delaware 87ers, and then a bunch of he played in the new version of the ABA.
Ooh. I mean, did he not try to go overseas, or?
I think he went overseas for a little bit.
Because overseas, he'll still be tall as hell.
He apparently had a 48-inch vertical leap. Sheesh.
Damn. For a dude that's 5'2". As Zell said.
I mean, in his 10 games in the G League, he averaged 10 points.
That's not good.
10 points in 14 minutes in the G League? That is pretty good. What are you talking about?
No, not 10 points. In the G League, if you're supposed to be not semi-pro, but that's obviously semi-pro. But if you look at as a prospect, you got to be a little bit more because he was in. Of course, G League is faster than high school, and it's what I mean. But in high school, he was getting like 20-something.
Yeah, here's what happened.
Going crazy in high school.
Yeah, and then again, he did have that. He was hopping up the gym too. Again, the Rams
went to
taller
Patterson,
but still.
He went to Patterson in Baltimore, and then he went to Princeton Day Academy.
But yeah, said was he supposed to go to Seton Hall? I don't remember that.
I was reading that right now. That was his thing. He was being scouted, and he announced his commitment to Seton Hall. But then, like Banks, you just said, he declined to try to go overseas within, and didn't end up going overseas at all.
Because I think that situation that happened.
So he fucked himself up by trying to. I mean, he knew what was going to happen, which he probably would have. If he went to Seton Hall, he probably wouldn't have got much time given his size. But still, I mean, he probably would have better off going to like a mid-major school and trying it out there, putting up empty numbers. But
that's the thing about basketball, though. If you got to go through sports in general, if you got to go through all that, I don't know, bro. Like the reason why I work with Chad, because Chad had a talent. Because Chad went to SMC, which is Santa Monica College, and then I think he transferred to a university. Then he got to the NFL.
It's tough. He probably would have benefited from this era more than anything with the NIL. Because he would have been a social media star. He was a guy who was probably a decade too late. I mean, too soon.
Like Josh Childers.
No, I think Josh Childers should have played in like the 80s or the 90s, maybe.
Because he had the big afro?
No, because his body and his game, like he didn't have speed, right? And he wasn't athletic.
He was. That was all he had was athleticism.
Really? His game just seemed like he had more fundamentals than anything. But he was one of those guys. It's funny, I was thinking about this the other day, like that it was made such a big deal when he was coming back from the Euro League to be like the post All-Star break free agent. It's like Josh Childress is coming back to the league. I'm like, who? Who is this guy? Because when I was paying attention, he wasn't in the NBA then, so this was him coming back. I'm like, okay, but
yeah, no, he was nice.
He had a little run.
Yeah, with the Hawks. Shit, Jamario Moon would have did all right. Listen, man, it's a lot of people that did all right in this era, but Jamario Moon,
that's a name.
Yeah, he just had hops, but he played in the Harlem Globetrotters, which is the NBA today. Yeah, he had a nice little jumper. He was more athleticism, but he had a nice jumper because I remember in 2K, I think it was 2K10 or 11. I used to go crazy with Josh Childress on the Hawks.
He get up there too.
I think Jamar Moon was always one of those like on the trading block guys in 2K that like so and so is on the trading block. Like I don't fucking want no Jamario Moon. Like show me what else you got. like proposed trade Jamario Moon for this. Like, no, I'm not taking Jamario Moon.
Wasn't Jamario in a dunk contest?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Legit. It's only so many dunk contests I remember in the past 15 years. I mean, obviously the best one still is 2016, but
Jamario Moon's from Goodwater, Alabama.
yeah. I knew he's from Alabama. I ain't no weirdo.
The dunk contest is the reason I don't like Dwight Howard.
Why is that?
When he did the Superman and all that.
Yeah, he won the dunk without dunking the ball. He threw the ball in the rim.
He did the.
That's a layup. He ain't even.
Hey,
touch
but
the
that
rim.
lets you know how high he was up. I mean, double entendre.
Grab the rim then on the way down. Pause.
You all right? Do you think Dwight Howard's actually doing cocaine?
Okay, I got the video right now. Hold on. I'll send it to you.
All right.
Brother,
I don't want to say I think that woman's framing him, but I think that woman's framing him.
he owned that powder, brother. I just sent the video to another group chat last night. You know how he always been animated, but now he too animated. He got the
He was
eyes, bro.
animated because he had a fucking grown man's body with a 10-year-old's brain. That's why.
Well, also he believed in different type of colors.
He was definitely one of those guys who,
Children.
because his body grew, his mind didn't grow. You're 6'10" in high school already. Of course, like you were like a child still.
6'10", like 260.
Yeah, he was
built like a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
He need to give that dunk contest championship trophy to Gerald Green.
Hey,
that is a fair point because Gerald Green did go crazy. But that's his karma next year was when Nate Robinson dunked over him and stole the show. When Kryptonite.
Gerald Green
blew out a candle before he dunked that was on the rim. Then the nigga took off his shoes and dunked in his socks.
And had to say, nah, Doc, get out the boo-boo, man.
Look, thank you.
Nah, he too animated, bro.
No, he doesn't seem like a cokehead. He doesn't.
Maybe a little something for the nose.
Yeah, exactly.
Perhaps.
Seem like that.
Quentin Tarantino. He do the Quentin Tarantino shit, the stuttering and talking fast.
When are you watching Dwight Howard speak?
So I just saw him on Instagram yesterday. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Zell.
Who coke was that then?
I think one.
What's the real coke?
Who just keeps it in a Ziploc bag like that?
You think she had you think she had a turkey bag of coke just for herself?
To go on live like that, I think so. She seemed more like the cokehead to me based off those actions.
Gerald Green got 7 fingers. It's hilarious. No, is he Zach from Power Rangers? That's hilarious. No, so Joe Budden.
Because let's leave Joe Budden.
No, when it comes to drugs, yeah, he said, I remember doing drug addict shit because he explained it. He broke it down. When you got to hide it here and hide it there, I said, yep, I believe him because he's a former drug addict. Drug addicts will tell you how to hide their shit. He owned the powder, bro. Because you know why? You can easily influence somebody like that if you got pussy.
No, she seems like the cokehead out of that. And I won't.
And if she got that, like, if that much coke is in the house, that's not all of it.
Thank you.
Because if you got that much coke, like if you're using that much coke, then you're not just going to have, she's not going to be able to get it that quick and be like, oh, look at all this coke he got.
Right.
He got some more somewhere else. Because if that's all the coke he had, she wasn't going to be able to get it like that.
And Zell saying the same exact thing Joe Budden said without seeing the clip. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Drug addicts, they stash shit all over the goddamn.
When do you think he started becoming a cokehead then? Because look at his nose. It's not like the deflated, fucked up Artie Lang type of nose. And his body, again, look at his body. His body never looked crazy skinny. He's lost weight now because he's not playing, so he doesn't need to be in shape like he used to be.
Bro, you know how many coke addicts be swole?
It's a thing where
it's not crack. It's coke.
The thing is, asking that question, like when you think
don't forget the phrase "coke skinny" exists.
Yeah,
that's for white women that's malnourished. He ain't malnourished, bro. He can. It's some coke. There's some coke that's swole, bro. Sylvester Stallone used to be off the blow. Arnold,
he was on 20 pounds of steroids. What are you talking about?
I'm about to say the Road Warriors.
Yeah,
the road, hot diesel to the ceiling. That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro. You don't necessarily have to show that you a coke addict, other than your personality traits. He got the
Again,
personality
his
traits.
personality never seemed like coke addict person. He, like I said, he just seemed
Really?
he was, to me, he was the test case to Zion. Like he just seemed like a child that's body grew too fast.
They say the same thing about Shaq. If somebody said Shaq was on the
Yeah.
powder, I believe it.
Nah, see, I wouldn't believe that either. Cause Shaq, again, when Shaq gets too cathartic, gets too serious and emo. I wouldn't believe that's like the coke talking or anything like that. I think Shaq, he seems too much like of a downer to do an upper like coke.
You see the type of individual this man is. I was like, people read the comment section.
The thing about Dwight though is he do a lot of questionable things.
Yeah.
So he might know how to do these questionable things and hide it very well. Because we ain't know he like to do those questionable things until that injury report came out that one day.
Hey, remember the chicken tender incident?
They said, what was something with the glutes?
Exactly.
Bro. And then
They
I
said
remember the
his
chicken
glutes is
tender
sore.
video when he's with the two young gals and they was like,
yeah. That's another, like I said, key point. I think he, in his mind, he just grew up way too fast physically to comprehend like growing up mentally, especially in a sport like the NBA where when you skip college like he did, even though he wouldn't have gone to class if he went to fucking college, but still.
Also, too, bro, where's she buying that from? Who's she getting it from? Like, when you a
She's
celebrity,
Dwight Howard's wife. She's Dwight Howard's wife. Of course she can get shit.
yeah,
from
but
it.
so she's taking the
Truck
money.
Fit. That is anyone
This
who
out
did
the
wear
mud.
truck fit. I don't think I ever saw someone outside of California, and maybe there was one guy I saw wear truck fit. So yeah,
That's
Truck
hilarious.
Fit was a men's clothing line.
That was Wayne's clothing, right?
yeah,
A men's clothing line.
It was his skateboarding clothing line.
They
Yeah.
didn't make no girl clothes.
But
So that's what I'm saying. She got to get the bread from somewhere. I'm not trying to count her money, but Mona Scott, bro, even still, come on, man. They only giving them $20 and a ham sandwich to be on them shows. To buy that much duck, come on, we gotta use logic. Like, that's a lot. That shit, that wasn't a hefty bag. That damn near, if not a pound, it's a pound. It's one. All right, I'm about to start saying numbers, incriminate myself. But
Yeah. No, that was at least 1.1 pounds.
yeah, I mean, y'all do
I
some
see where you
numbers.
go.
That's all the salary from doing them shows. And if he doing, look, Dad said it earlier.
He
I'm
might
gonna
have
say
got
the same.
paid in that. Like that might have been his pay.
Because you can't tell me all them, like, on, I don't know what show she did it at, but if we want to go to Zeus Network, for example, them baddie shows, they paying them a hot pockets and a free place to stay. But what I'm
And the
saying
baddies
is, it's enough to pay their phone bill. It's enough to sleep on the sofa. It's enough to have a hot pocket. That's what I'm saying as far as baddie. So I don't know how much Mona's paying these people, but look, Dot said something that's very profound and is real. And you already said it, Davis. When he started switching up his religious belief and he started getting them crystals and wearing Ed Hardy, I said, "Yep, he might be on that dope." I said it then.
wasn't was it his father who was the pastor or something like that? Or didn't he grow up forced to grow up in the church?
Yeah, but that's the ones that become freaks. When you force kids to go to church, yeah.
I kind of, not no one, but it's happened in my family. I've seen from a distance. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think that just makes him go run up and as soon as possible. Like, I don't think it works like
no,
that.
they slowly walk you into it.
You ain't never watched one of them shows and they didn't have alcohol just flowing.
Yeah.
That's the starter kit right there.
Yeah.
That's my point. Is so she would be more of the cokehead based off coming from those shows than he would be. So
no, but I get what you mean. Not to cut you off.
No,
y'all go ahead.
Not to be Dwight's advocate, but like that's what it is at this point. Like,
no, and he's one of my favorite players ever on the field. I mean, on the field, yeah. Off the field, hell no. But it's the point of, dude, he changed, and I'm not saying you can't evolve, you can't change as a person.
See,
but he did a total 180 from Yeah, I believe in Christ. And then he started getting tats and cussing and all that shit. And I'm not saying this mainly because of dope, but something influenced him. And I'm not gonna put that first of all, I didn't even know he was married. I was like, when the fuck did this happen?
Yeah, that is true because the same thing. They're like wife. I'm like wife. I thought they were on the kum si kum sa type of shit with.
Hey, that might be the beard, brother.
So why would
But
she just
still,
expose him like that?
He messing with them kids, and she don't want to be attached to it.
Yeah.
wait, kids?
Yeah, that's why the police was there because
Yeah,
something with the kids. And they
it's
took
about
his daughter.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, they took but she said her daughter, right?
It's his daughter.
Wait, they
It's
got a kid together, or is she just talking
her
about?
stepdaughter, I think. So
Oh,
it's his
okay.
daughter. I think them kids. I don't know if she got any kids in there, but I think them kids that's in there was his kids.
Because he
And
got a couple. He got a
they took.
son. He got
Yep.
two sons with the cheerleader. She all right. And then the son is from a white lady, which I ain't knocking. And then he got the daughter too, or he got four kids, three or four.
I don't know. All I know is
We
they
get into
took
some
one of
shade
them.
room shit, but still.
No, well, I mean, no, well, it's because again, like this story, it's got so many layers to it. Given that it's Dwight Howard, he himself has all these layers from, like what we've been saying, growing up, um, religious, being the star athlete, and then his personality always was like, oh, he's the comedian of the NBA right now. Like he's the happy-go-lucky personality guy, but he's got this dominant defensive game, and like Zell was saying, like he stole the dunk contest in the rivalry with Shaq. So he himself has kind of been always this controversial figure. Obviously, the way the trade played out with going to the Lakers and the drama he and Kobe had, um, just in the one season, and the stuff about like his back, and then him going to Houston. And
Yeah,
then
how did his
he
back get messed up?
No comment.
Let's go ahead,
was he
Dave.
doing? Was he doing the bending? Was he
Well, apparently so. A lot of it.
to break that back? It's crazy. That imagine I broke Superman's back. Like who?
That's super boy. I ain't gonna say what Mona called him.
And then like again, how it played out to where he kind of has this key role in the Lakers bubble team, and it seems like he's kind of redeemed himself in the NBA, and then the weird glute thing, and then everything playing out after that. Now, where if like he was the star of one of the stars of the Big Three last season, but he was him, Lance Stevenson, and Michael Beasley.
That's hilarious. So saying it in hindsight, not saying the Big Three is bad because I actually want to go this year, but he was stars of the Big Three is crazy.
Yeah.
And he just named three people, or two people that could probably still hoop if they went back to the pros. Michael Beasley can still hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when you watch Michael Beasley, you understand like, oh no, this guy is legit off his fucking rocker. Like,
yeah, no, he's out to fucking space with no return in sight. It's like,
you ever seen that one little interview he did when he was like, sometimes I wake up and I'm Michael Beasley, sometimes I wake up and I just can't find him.
I've seen all his interviews and I'm disturbed.
Yeah, every time I see him talk, I'm like, I wouldn't want to sit within that 100-yard-mile radius of this guy.
I think Michael Beasley is...
But he was another guy who, again, they said grew up too fast, just in terms of his body compared to his maturity, where he was... And because he was just so dominant as a player, it seemed so effortless and natural to him. That's why he kind of seemed like one of those carefree guys, to where it's not my end-all, be-all, you know.
I think Michael Beasley is Delonte West that just didn't go over the edge.
Yeah.
Delonte West went too far. He flew over the edge. Michael Beasley, like right there at the edge, looking over, like, all right, I'm good up here. And he a little crazy, but he ain't going that crazy.
No. But he had showed up to that one that one Knicks interview where he wore watches on his ankles and both wrists. It was something like that. He had a watch on each wrist and then a watch on his ankles. It was like
that's that Mo Money shit, bro. You don't remember that, Davis?
But no, but that's in like alternate timelines. Michael Beasley is probably a 3-time MVP. To be honest, like
a 3-time MVP would have been crazy.
Look at his offensive game.
He would have won scoring champ. I don't know if he would have won MVP. Like Kevin Durant is.
We had the Michael Beasley threes and all that. You know.
Who wearing them, bro? Them motherfuckers gonna be upside down. The three gonna be like this.
Now he had all the talent and all the skill, and he still does, obviously.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I don't think that's style. I think that's the the other parts.
I mean, he's sober. He just some people look, man. Some people just crazy. Some people ain't got to
yeah.
Some people
just
crazy.
Fucking crazy.
He ain't, but he got out crazy by the crazy man. And speaking of which, with Michael Beasley last year, remember? He got out crazy by him.
They had legit weird homoerotic chemistry going on between them. Like they would get nose to nose and bark at each other. I'm like, this is some real like. You guys are either gonna fight each other or something else is going on.
I ain't in it. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I ain't in it. That ain't me. Eventually, I gotta go to DC.
See, that's what
Lance be doing? I don't know what he be doing besides the Tiana Trump shit, allegedly.
Hey, I mean,
would you beat Davis? Tiana
Trump right now?
Yeah. She redeemed herself. Like the other old girl that was at the game, Bella Danger, she redeemed herself.
Then, now, forever.
I never really watched either of them that much. And I know what I know Amp is like sworn off Tiana Trump because she looks too much like her dad, but I'm like she looks fine to me. I'm not losing my mind over her, but I mean I would choose other stars over Tiana Trump. No, but
her dad look like you too. Ironically, that's just so crazy.
But I can see, but I begin the appeal of Tiana Trump. I'm like, you never know.
That comment.
But I'm glad someone was picking up on what I was saying. I know it had to be done, but that's what I'm saying. Like, look at what was going on between him and Michael Beasley. Like, I'm like, something like y'all on some like real, time right now.
Hey, R.I.P. Mr. C's, dog.
Let me see what
Do you know who Mr. C's is, Davis?
No.
I'm almost scared to tell you. Look him up. Great DJ, prominent DJ in New York. Fuck Flex. Fuck Flex, man, yo. That's Fuck Flex, man. I'm still. Bro, we'll see dog.
Yeah.
Flex, anyway. Bro, that was the saddest bomb ever, bro. He did like a 5-minute set. Oh yeah, by the way, Tangents to be out, and it might be the last episode. We sorry, Amp. It got real bad the last 10 minutes.
Oh man, it's new Tangents coming.
Yeah, it got. This might be the best episode ever. We had to apologize to Amp several times, bro. It just got bad out of nowhere. The stuff we were saying.
Hop up on that Patreon so y'all can experience that.
No, I don't think you should.
Listen, people.
Oh, you looked up her dad?
No, I'm saying no. I said no. Why would I look up her dad?
So you can see what we saying.
No, she looks good again. And this is my point. You see Tiana Trump's ass, and you're gonna say no?
Me?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna pump, so no.
That's my point. Like whenever someone always like she look ugly or she look like if she comes up to you and says you want something, you turning that down?
Hell no. I'm going raw. There's 1,000 souls been in there, but I don't give a damn.
Hey man, it's cleaner than a lot of these scallywags out here.
Right. I'm from the GameStop era, bro, with video games. We just take it back within 7 days and get your money. You pay cash.
And 1,000 souls, right? Like that was her job. She wasn't. It's not like she was hiding it. Like so.
Hey, man,
this was being African.
She was patrolling the campus of Morgan State University for a while.
Recently or back then?
Like back then, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, she got the soccer dude. I think she like changed her life.
Oh, so she's more like a trophy wife now?
Yeah, for the past like year or two, like dude wifed her up. He African. He wifed her up, and now she out the game. She's just a wife now. And then people was like, "Does he know?" I'm like, "Dog, he African. He don't give a fuck."
well, again, like when people say, "Well, do they know?" Like again, if you had the money, we would all do the same thing. I hate when guys want to do
Man,
like,
I'm
oh,
going to the PC. What you mean?
but regardless of like, my point is that's what always pissed me off. We always talk about this. The Zion thing, like you get any type of money or fame, you're gonna use connections. Hey, can I get again a Bella Danger on the phone? Can I get so and so and show up? Like,
Going to Keisha Gray.
Send her
yeah,
to the Dr. Miami and reupholster that pussy.
like all you gotta do is just get money and fame to get. What did Jimmy Garoppolo do as soon as he got money and fame? Kiara Mia, he called her up. I would have done the same shit. Like,
I'm calling Sweetie the moment I get a couple mil.
As soon as
exactly.
I get some money,
Right.
Roxy Reynolds, I'm calling
Yeah.
her up.
Right now. Hey, we retired her from the truck. Hey, you only got to deliver no more.
So to be like, well, do you know what she does? Like, yeah, I know what I've seen it. Yeah, that's why I'm calling her now. What do you mean? Like,
Well, I'm going straight to the PC, AJ. You ain't never got to hit the ring again. You ain't got to cut down promo, thank God. We ain't got to hear you no more.
no, but to bring it back to the case. So yeah, they traded Luka Doncic, but they got Cooper Flag. So you got some redeeming qualities
Go
to root
back
for
to
the Mets.
basketball.
No, because I want to because we got to talk about the next thing, which is again
The
Zell's
thing
going
about
through
Cooper Flag is it's his rookie season. He doing this thing, he putting up some good numbers, but he real inconsistent for me. Like, especially now that I like to go on FanDuel and put in my parlay. Some days he might give you 20, sometimes he might give you 11, he might give you 9. Like,
I think that's
he
just
need
growing
to, he
pains.
get a little bit more consistent, and
Yeah,
I'm be cool. But he really don't got too much backup on his team right now. Maybe when Kyrie come back, it'll
Kyrie
be a
won't
little
come back
bit.
to play for this team. I'm going to let you
You
know that right now.
know,
He signed a deal.
I was say he coming back.
Anthony Davis signed a deal, and look where he's at.
They not trading Kyrie. You got to be dumbass to trade
No,
him.
he is asking for a trade. They're not trading him
No, he
deliberately.
not, dog. He finally
No,
somewhere he
this
cool where
is
he can get his
this is
shit off.
Kyrie Irving we're talking about.
He ain't been tripping in like the past 3-4
You'll
years. He
see.
been cooling.
You'll
It's
see.
all right though. If he leave, we'll get somebody else. Because I mean, we usually good with getting a nice guard. Like we had Rondo for a little while. We had Brunson. Like we'll get another guard. We'll
Yeah,
pay him
y'all
with
keep a
Coop.
guard.
Yeah, we'll pay him with Coop and they'll do their thing. Hopefully, I was hoping we could get Trey Young, but that ain't work out.
It's
I don't
more
think you would have wanted
basketball.
Trey Young. I think that would have been a mistake to get Trey Young.
Yeah, because and I knew he wasn't gonna suit up for the Wizards. Because would you? I forgot Anthony Davis was even on the team.
Yeah, he ain't gonna suit up. I don't think
Neither of
Anthony
them are going
Davis
to
gonna
play for
suit
the
up this
Wizards.
year.
Yeah, I
Like
forget that trade even happened.
Yeah, all these trades from this past year are just temporary.
Money.
Like the
Yeah,
league's going to reset in the summer. You can just tell.
yeah.
Because
AD's
as
gonna
we
end
were
up going to the Hawks. Watch.
so just to not play with Trey Young now.
Exactly. Because I don't see him. I mean, where else could he go? Serious question.
Well, that's the point of this season being so wide open that whoever wins the finals and whoever's the runner-up is gonna put other teams in a real interesting position because teams like the Wizards and the Hawks are gonna want to kind of suck anyway to like rebuild their team. So like they're gonna
They've been rebuilding for 25 years.
But that's the point. But like this draft is probably like if you don't get the first pick, you at least want one of these top 3 or 4 picks. So that's gonna be okay for them to like miss out, and then if the draft is fully stacked in terms of the lottery as well, then trade these contracts for an additional pick in the first round for a team that feels like they can still compete. But what Dallas needs, is another guard, because that will probably take the burden off Cooper having trying to, like you were saying, to like put up 20 this night or and then 11 the next, because it's so wishy-washy. And the guys he's playing with now, I mean, granted, they were good players when Luka was there, but that's because Luka was doing all the work to set them up. And that's not Cooper Flag's game, is to do all the work to set these guys up, like Washington and Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. But Derek Lively's injured, isn't he?
Yeah, I was say when Lively come back, that might help him out a little bit too.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb and say this.
And they also might finally make a coaching change because Jason Kidd was not a good coach when Luka was there, and wasn't a good coach before at his previous stops.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, Milwaukee, all of that. So
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna go on a limb and say y'all gonna get a top 5 draft pick, and y'all gonna end up getting the guy from Arkansas, the kid from Arkansas.
that's who they would need would be Acuff. Yeah. Especially because he would be the Kyrie replacement. Yeah.
But I get what you mean too about Cooper, but we gotta remember this dude just turned 19.
Yeah, he's
Just
still very young.
Just turned. I was like, hold on.
That's why I sent yesterday. So people are screaming and crying over Bam passing Kobe, but no one's screaming and crying over Cooper Flag passing Kobe's record of most 20-point games as a teenager. So that's what I mean. Where the Kobe fan, well, these are more so Kobe fans than Laker fans, because there's two versions of terrible Lakers fans: the Kobe Laker fans, and then just the Laker fans.
Yeah,
but both are annoying. But none of them were on their timeline screaming and crying at Cooper Flag for passing his record like they were screaming and crying at Bam for doing it.
Well, because again, it's Bam, and if you hating like me, it's for another reason. And I ain't even hating. It's the weirdest. Like, all right, you got 83, you made history, and everybody just like, maybe that's how bad the league is. Everybody talking about it in a negative way, and most people just don't care. Like Vic was at the podium, like, I guess it's okay. Who's yeah, I guess.
What kind of accent is that?
I have no idea. And then the Houston Rockets coach, I can't stand his punk ass. He just like, I get it. I'm like, bro.
Ime Udoka? You got a problem? You got a problem with Ime Udoka?
I've never liked him. Even when he was the Celtics, it's just like, bro, he a good coach, but he act like he's still in the game. Like you talk, bro, you a coach. You talking like you still on the court.
He's got that chip on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Don had to remind me he played for the Spurs. I'm like, I forgot all about that. Was he there with DeJuan Blair?
I think he was, yeah.
No ACL, DeJuan Blair.
He was there getting his ass bust by LeBron.
Yeah.
Well, he called LeBron the B word and all that shit. I'm like, yeah, bro, I would have slapped the shit out of him.
Well, I mean, he wasn't wrong.
Nah, you tweaking.
LeBron's a bitch.
In what sense? Why white people hate LeBron so much?
I'm not doing this conversation.
Because he take care of his family? Y'all want him to not take care of his family?
I'm not saying how he is off the court. I'm saying all the stuff he does as a player with the fucking Real Housewives energy of like, hey, I mean, am I going to keep playing this season? I don't know. Are we good enough for me to keep playing this season? And,
Well, he's a wrestling fan, so he learned from wrestling.
He ain't. He's a fan of like he was a fan of The Godfather. Yeah, God, so many good scenes, or the Hunger Games books he was a fan of. Like, what's your favorite part of the book? Oh, just the part. I can't pick all these parts. They're so like, fuck LeBron. All right, but so like I said, Orioles, they've had their troubles, and it seemed good, and then the Mavericks had their troubles, and it seems up. But the Ravens, Banks and I are both on the Lamar Jackson bandwagon. I've loved Lamar since Louisville. So I've enjoyed seeing him have these 2 MVP seasons, and I always hate when the Niners have to face him because I'm like, shit, Lamar's too good. He's gonna beat our ass. Like, he's too good. Like, we can't beat this guy. And they've done what they need to do in terms of like trying to stack the offense with DeAndre Hopkins and Derrick Henry. And now they're trying to do it on the defensive end. I think it was smart to move on from John Harbaugh, just because I think you needed a reset overall in terms of the lead voice, and a new style of offense and defense might benefit them. But there was some drama with their free agency. So technically it wasn't a free agent decision, but they went out and got Maxx Crosby initially. They were trading picks to get Maxx Crosby from the Raiders. What did you think of that initially?
I love the move. Like, I was saying that we should try to get Maxx Crosby before. Like, that's what we need.
The past season was Maxx Crosby might be on the market for any team willing to pay Las Vegas what Las Vegas wanted to be a 2 high picks. That the Niners were in contention for him allegedly, and so were some other teams that were like, hey, if you're a top team with a first and a second to spare, you can get Maxx Crosby. But the Raiders held on, and then he ended his season with surgery. So
yeah, that's the thing. It's like the Ravens don't usually give up first round picks at all for anybody. Then for them to give up 2 was kind of unheard of. And it was kind of like, all right, we in a new regime now, like
say,
you got
the old regime with the Ozzie
Newsome, yeah.
I was gonna say Ozzie Newsome, but I'm like, I was almost gonna confuse him with Gavin Newsom for a second because they're 2 white guys that kind of look the same.
Ozzie would never let go 2 first-round picks, not let alone 1.
Yeah.
So, like, to see that be done is like, whoa, we gave up those both first round picks, one from this year and one from next year, I think, for Maxx Crosby.
I thought it was a first and a second.
No,
I thought it was a first and it was
first.
Two first.
The Cowboys was going to give up a first and a second.
Oh, okay.
But they said the man had no cartilage in his knee. But I think they might have knew that beforehand.
Well, that's what confused me.
Give up them first round picks.
When the trade happened, I'm like, and they were saying they passed his physical. I'm like, well, didn't this guy just have surgery? So isn't he not going to pass any physical for any team right now? So that was my reaction as to the physical being the reason the trade didn't go through. Because I'm like, this guy just had surgery, so I imagine any team is going to look at him like, this guy's not healthy right now because he just had surgery. But if the thing is, even with the surgery being out the way, it's like still not looking good. I'm like, okay. But then they went out and got Trey Hendrickson immediately right after, and he was someone who, again, like Maxx Crosby, he had kind of been on. Well, I even think it goes back to, I think, the season before last season, where it seemed like the Bengals didn't want to pay him, and he kept asking them, "Fucking pay me," and they're like, "We just paid Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. We can't pay you as well." And now he's in Baltimore. And which of those two guys did you want the most?
Maxx Crosby.
Is it because of his kind of energy and attitude as well?
Of course.
He seems like more of a Baltimore guy with the black and milds and the
of course
and the tattoos.
I saw something a couple days ago that said like it showed their stats since 2019 and.
Well, Maxx Crosby's came in at 2019, and Trey Hendrickson is 2 years older, so he has 2 more years on him.
And Trey Hendrickson got better stats since 2019 than Maxx Crosby. It's just that he got them 2 extra years on him.
Yeah, but also Maxx Crosby, I think, when you factor that in, like I would say his stats look better by comparison, especially on the teams he's on. To be, so it's maybe it is, I think, where it's comparable to the NBA, where like you're putting numbers on an empty team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also for that position in football, like that's the position where you got to put up numbers. Like a defensive end has to put up numbers, even on a bad team, to show that you're an elite defensive end.
And I think Trey Hendrickson can play both sides of the ball too. Like I think you could put him on the offensive line and it'd be all right.
Based off his size, I think they were both 6'5", 250. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Maxx Crosby in Baltimore would have made a lot more sense. I think the city would have gone crazy for him. That's why he was killing it in Oakland and Las Vegas, because it's like he's this ginger guy, this tatted up ginger guy who smokes black and mild and like and goes crazy like.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Things happen, but then on top of that, like we lost like everybody else.
Yeah, they lost Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah Likely and Keaton Mitchell, the main two. That's like if we lost everybody else, and the dude that went to the center that went to the Raiders.
Oh yeah, Lindenbaum.
Yeah. Aside from them, like they the ones that I would have rather keep than lost everybody else, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
Well, it helps that this division is kind of up in the air again, like always, because I don't think the Steelers are going to be good, because they're like, Aaron Rodgers is going to be our guy. Like Aaron Rodgers in 2026, you're going to trot this old man back out there and say, go get him. What'd you say, Banks? You're muted right now.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just like Aaron Rodgers' parents. I ain't got nothing to say.
And then Joe Burrow, as much as I love him, he always gets injured. So that's, 3 or 4 games that the Bengals are going to blow. And plus, Zach Taylor's still the coach, so he's a slow starter. So they're always going to get off to their slow starts. And then the Browns.
God bless.
Easy.
Wait, it might be time.
Yeah, no offense, Shador, but hey.
Perfect timing.
But, I mean, I do finally agree that maybe this might have to be the no excuses year for Lamar. even though it is a new coach, even though they just, like you said, they lost their starting center, they
That's
lost.
why I said, Davis, we could kind of like do this one more year. But like, no, hold on, hear
Well,
him out.
I'm not sure. I'm never like Steve Young. I'm never going to turn my back on Lamar Jackson. I'm always going to ride or die with Lamar Jackson. But just in terms of like, should he seek a new team? Like
No.
he potentially should have when
And he
when
just got
got.
another deal too. You gotta remember, this ain't the NBA. This the NFL. Once they start getting you them
But if
5,
but again, at Baltimore, I was like, you know what, we moved on from Harbaugh. Now we got to move on from Lamar and completely start over from
Nah,
scratch.
they
I
be
don't see that
done.
happening.
Because he's still bringing eyes in. He's still bringing people to watch Baltimore games. And then
Yeah.
also, we forgot, we could say,
And his, I'm saying, and again, his play hasn't slipped. That's not the reason to move on. I'm just saying in terms of like that thing where you feel like you need to reset the whole slate, just because you know like how many first round losses can we keep piling up like they have.
also too, this year we could be like, or they could be like, Derrick Henry, oh, no shit.
But he's still putting up numbers as old Derrick Henry. He's putting
Mhm.
up better numbers now than he did in his
Yeah.
first 2-3 years. That's the thing.
The thing is that with the Ravens, they need to get Lamar a real number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Ravens, we had Steve Smith, we had Anquan Boldin, but we never really had a real number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they thought Marquise Brown was gonna be that. It wasn't. Zay Flowers isn't
Oh,
that.
And now that we got a
Torrey
good
Smith was
quarterback,
never that. Torrey Smith was never that.
no, we never really had, like Anquan Boldin was a number two. Steve Smith, he got the heart, but he ain't really got the height.
It was the last two good prime Steve Smith years. Yeah.
Yeah, so like now that we got the wide receiver, we got the quarterback, we got the running back. We need a wide receiver. We need a real number one wide receiver, and then maybe we can start talking about, oh, maybe maybe it's Lamar if he don't make it with a real wide receiver.
And the only thing last year was they did have much like Niners, they did have the injury from hell season where every guy got injured within the first 5 weeks.
Yeah,
and that slowed their momentum. So by the time they picked up towards the end of the season, you had already lost, the first 6 games already. So yeah, I think it's like I was just saying, I think it's a winnable division for them still. And his play hasn't slipped. He's still an MVP caliber quarterback.
Yeah. That division, they could take that by default, especially now because they got a new coach. Because it was gonna get to a point with Hardball, and I kept saying that shit. I think I said that like 2 years ago. I was like, yeah, they gotta do something different. This system ain't working. Then the rumors start coming about him and Lamar, and I like Hardball, but they gotta go faster.
Lamar saved Harbaugh's job.
Yeah.
Harbaugh was on the hot seat when Flacco got hurt, and Lamar had to come in there, and he started winning games, and he won a couple games, and then they started him, and he started putting the team on his back.
Yeah.
He saved that man's job, gave him an extra couple years. Harbaugh should have been gone.
Yeah.
But
You said who?
Fluco?
Joe Fluco?
It was a thing where once he was trying to fully adapt to Lamar, it did save his job, but he's never done anything to show he's a bad coach. I think there is a point, and you saw it with Belichick. You saw it with Belichick in New England, where especially once Brady was gone, a coach kind of like that voice gets tired. You need someone new to rile up the troops, and you see it immediately when someone like Mike Vrabel goes to New England, and how they went from one of the worst teams in football last year to being the Super Bowl losers this year.
I don't trust Harbaugh and his decision making. He don't know, like he like to keep timeouts and use timeouts the wrong time, and I don't fuck with him.
I think he'll do a good job in New York. I think that's the type of coach they need, especially for that team with Jackson Dart, and if Scatterbo can be decent coming off that injury. And if Malik Neighbors is able to come back and be a number one wide receiver for them. But
half the Ravens he scouted.
Yeah, but that's it. He knows the personnel that was working in both. But every coach kind of does that. They take the coordinators with them, or they take the players with them. In any type of sport, you want the same voices that you can depend on, and that are available to come with you. But overall, in the way the AFC played out, with the Patriots sneaking in with no offense, it's like what Banks and I were saying about this past season. Like it's going to be a wide open season. I don't see the Seahawks repeating because, right? Yeah, they'll have that great defense, but they just lost Walker to Kansas City, and the rumors like Walker didn't like having split carries. I'm like, that's the reason you guys won the fucking Super Bowl is because you guys split carries. Like there is no such thing as a number one running back these days. Like every guy needs someone to take 50% of the burden with him.
I was about to say, I don't think he's going to go crazy like that next year.
No, he won't. Especially on that old team. No.
How many times we done seen somebody go off in the Super Bowl and then the next season, crickets?
Well, he's low key been a good by seeing the Seahawks when they faced the Niners. I was always like, this guy is a pretty good running back. I do think he was better than Charbonnet, but the point was, you could rest, and this other guy's not bad when you're resting. That's why I wish the Niners had kept Mason last year, but they let him go to Minnesota because McCaffrey coming back from that injury. I'm like, this guy's not going to be that good coming off of that type of injury. And you saw it this year where he could barely run for 3 yards a game. It's like, not every guy's Derrick Henry where you get better as you get older. Like that never happens.
Walker remind me of a J.K. Dobbins type of.
And they just let him go.
Like
the Chargers.
Like you might have that good season or you might fit well in that system, but then you try to go somewhere else.
Broncos, Let me see, because I want to see what the other free agents like. It's been a kind of a crazy free agency just in terms of what the hell. Like Kyler Murray goes to Minnesota, which is hilarious.
Hey, Skip saying that's the one right there. I'm kind of inclined to believe.
How did
you want to believe old Skip Bayless?
Always. Go ahead, Zell.
How did Atlanta pick up Tua before Kyler Murray?
Because it's Atlanta.
Yeah, I was about to say it's Atlanta, and for some reason, I think the media, they've painted Tua as a sympathetic figure because of all the concussion stuff, that other teams feel like the concussions aren't his fault. They view Mike McDaniel as a guy who probably shouldn't have been a head coach because of his weird personality. So they're treating Tua like kid gloves of like, this poor kid, but maybe he just needed to be in a different spot with a different team. But Banks just said the answer right there. It's Atlanta. Like they have been running horrible teams the past couple of years, from their coaches to the guys they sign and then let go, and then the guys they draft over other like again they drafted Penix out of all the quarterbacks.
Right.
They draft a guy who has no knees, and then they're shocked when he misses the season because of his knees.
Yeah.
And then they paid Kirk Cousins. It's like, Kirk Cousins always does the same thing, which is put up 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and a playoff loss. Like, what's going to happen? Like, but yeah, I mean, but Kyler Murray, he also misses a lot of games. Not that much of a passer compared to his running ability.
Well, he want to play Xbox all day. That's why.
Yeah, he wants to play Battlefield and fucking
Battlefield. He's like, you're a noob. I play Call of Duty.
He need to go play baseball.
Fucking thank you. But I've been saying that since the moment he signed Arizona.
I keep telling y'all, that's too much time on the road. He don't got an AJ Styles pack away video game. He ain't trying to play 81 games.
If I'm about to if I potentially can make $100 million, yeah, I can.
No, from the Oakland A's, you're not making more than $10 million. I mean, I'm sorry, just the A's.
They about to move to Vegas, Davis.
Just the A's, because they don't have a home team.
Yeah.
No, they about to move to Vegas. I think next year.
Nah, Kyler Murray's like baseball. He would probably try to do the John Elway thing of like, get me to the Yankees and I'll play baseball.
Hell nah.
And
he got started. Go ahead.
Like Russell Wilson wasn't that Russell Wilson that went and played for the Yankees and was in the minor leagues?
He had played minors for the Rangers, I think.
Oh, yeah. I thought he played for the Yankees too.
I think his rights were picked 2 different times because the baseball draft is weird. They can draft you at different points. They can draft you right out of high school, and then if you choose to play college sports, they can still draft you out of college.
Yeah.
And then it's a thing where your rights maybe his rights have been traded, because that's it. If they know you're playing other sports, so they'll just trade your rights, because the team could be like, hey, you never know, maybe they'll change their mind. Where are some of the others? I'm trying to look right now.
Shit, is it? Obviously, it's a rhetorical question, but if it's too late for Russell to go to a baseball team, that's
Yeah,
done.
at his age, yeah, he
Yeah,
probably should have left instead of going to Denver.
that's not saying a
He
rhetorical
probably could have
question
made
because it's
he probably
done.
could have started playing Double A, and maybe. But I think his thing as a baseball player is that he was pretty good. Just he was obviously way better at football.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it made him a Hall of Famer. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. He made a lot of money. He got a year or so, but enjoy doing commentary because that's what he about to be doing. They
Oh yeah,
definitely gonna try to make him a commentary guy.
well, they thought Drew Brees would do that, and then they found out Drew Brees was terrible at it. So,
Well, because he was worried about the same thing that Clayton Kershaw was worried about, and John Stockton.
yeah,
He
Bradley
said,
Chubb
"Get
went to
these
the
blacks off my
Bills.
team." You heard me?
Like Banks and I were talking about offline, but the Colts paying Daniel Jones 2 years, $88 million, but it's worth up to $100 million with incentives is insane because he's coming off an ACL and he's Daniel Jones, so that's crazy. Oh yeah, Geno Smith going back to the Jets, that's hilarious. Like, you got a death wish, Geno? Like, what do you mean?
Hey, Geno Smith, keep a job, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's the greatest on-call quarterback in history. Like, oh, you need somebody? All right, I'm gonna be there. Just
No,
let me know.
that's Josh Johnson because for some reason they announced he signed with, and like Josh Johnson, every time he plays a game, which is once every 4 years, he's terrible, and the team's like, we still need a backup, Josh. Teddy Bridgewater is gonna be the Lions
Teddy
backup
as
again.
well. Teddy, keep a job.
But he's only doing that because he needs something to do after high school football ends. Like he does all that high school football coaching just to come
Yeah,
back and sit
that
on the
school
bench
they
for.
fucking idiots too, bro. This man is paying out his pocket for these kids, and y'all like, oh, you can't do that.
Well, they
Well,
changed the
y'all
rule
fucking
now
do it.
to where you can do it to a certain limit. So they changed the rule in his favor.
Or
15,000 or 10,000.
Yeah,
or they could just give him the money so he can do it. Or they can take care of it, which is preferably the choice. Why
oh
don't
yeah,
y'all take care of it so the kids can get there? I don't know. The state of Florida makes a lot of money.
Like, wouldn't it be on the responsibility of the school to get these kids to and from these games and all that?
That's what I'm thinking. But again, it's Florida, and because I was like, would it be the parents? No, it could be the school because it's government funded. This is a
That's what
government program.
I'm saying. Like, if the school's responsibility is to get you from the school to the next game, like they get them a bus or whatever. Why can't he put some money into the
my
school
whole point was,
to get
yeah,
the
he
kids
shouldn't.
from school to home or whatever?
Yeah, if the school doesn't have the resources themselves, then if the guy is willing to put up his own money, why should that be an issue? Like that was my whole thing was like, there's nothing where like what this guy is doing. It's not like he's trying to convince players from other schools to come and play for his team with his money. He's straight up just
Right.
saying like, I'm trying to take care of
Right.
my players, my team. Like that shouldn't be a negative, not just in terms of like what it means for the community, but like if you have the funds or you have the means, whether if you even if you didn't have money, let's just say you had a connection due to a member of his family that could provide busing, like or provide whatever else, like that shouldn't be illegal. If you're the one that has some sort of influence, you shouldn't just look at that as a negative or like, oh, that's cheating, that's breaking the rules, that's bending the rules. Like that's the type of coaches you should want, especially in high school.
What's the difference between him getting the kid a ride home and them having a fundraiser to raise money?
Exactly. Or, and this is also my other point, just because it's athletics, like if this was the science teacher giving someone a ride home, would that be an issue? But because it's athletics, they try to keep it separate.
If the parents okay it, then it's not an issue. But in the case of the school, my whole point is why should he come out his pocket when the school should be giving him the money for it or have an incentive? Like,
It's probably like they'll just the school doesn't probably have enough to do it, and he's willing, and he's or have um enough that he's willing to put in to the point where like wouldn't the easier way just for him to put in the money into the school, that way it's like reverse money laundering, you know,
Right.
like you're putting your own money in just to use your own money.
Well, they should raise his salary, whatever he's getting in at that point. But obviously,
Well,
they
then that
don't
would
do
be
that.
that would do the opposite. Then it shows like he's making too much just to put the money back in. Is what I'm saying.
You see how
That's
this
where
conversation is going between all three of us? It lets you know how fucked up this system is. Like, look
no,
what
that's
we
what everyone
talking
was
about.
saying. Like everyone was saying like this is the stupidest story. Like this guy's doing one great work as a human being,
Right.
and you're like punishing him for, and also like, isn't his job as the coach supposed to be to look after his players in such a manner? And you're like,
Thank
that's
you.
wrong.
Especially if they go into low income areas, which they said these kids are coming from to go to the school. Like, bruh, he's trying to keep them away from staying in that low income area because it took away the after school programs from a lot of these schools in this country.
And the man is an active NFL player.
Right.
Well,
He don't have to do
he
this.
was retired at that point. He became active because they suspended him. Like,
Oh, okay. And he
yeah,
went back to
no,
the
he was
Bucks.
done.
But look, you kind of
Yeah,
right, Zell. That's the
no, he
thing
had
with
just
Teddy.
he
Teddy,
just retired that year, and then they won the state title right away, and then they suspended him after. He's like, all right, I can go get a job. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Teddy is one of the greatest on call quarterbacks too. Like, oh, y'all need me, but I'll be there. And
that's
still, even still, like he's getting what 1.2, probably with all these 1 year deals. Still, why do I have to come out of my pocket for X amount thousands of dollars to do this? But he's doing it out the kindness of his heart. But again, this lets you know how fucked up this system is when we got to have debates about education, not wanting to put up money for the kids. Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not familiar with the district in Florida to justify, like you said, if it's them not having enough money to put it in or not, because at the end of the day, it's like you can't tell someone how to spend their own personal money. If he wants to spend his own personal money to
Right.
help his players get to and from or to get them extra stuff, like that's not a negative. And like I said, to say, well, it's because of the athletic code, like how they're trying to say in the NCAA about you can't use benefits to play until the NIL came along. You can't use benefits or pay players. It's like this is all because you're treating athletics as something special compared to a regular student. If I was a regular student, I could have a teacher do this or that for me, you know. But because I'm on the football
That,
team or I'm on the basketball team, I can't have basic shit.
that's what I'm saying because, but look at now you got me in that type of Banks bag because it's like look at what they putting these ideals into of what it should
They
be
try to
for
keep
progression.
athletics. Yeah, they try to segregate athletics in a way, and that's a whole bigger picture in society when they try to say like, well, you shouldn't um, try to strive to be what a football player does or play basketball for a living or stuff like that. Like, well, you're telling me I should or shouldn't because of this or that, but at the same time, you're treating me differently already just because I'm on the football team or I'm on the basketball team. Whether that goes for the positive benefits of like guys not having to do tests on time or, you know, turning essays in late with stuff like that, you know, all sorts of things. But it goes to society's point of like you're trying to segregate athletics because what? Your own bias or your own prejudice against it or
Right,
your own
right.
approval of it too, because there are points to where if you're on the you will get a head start or an advantage by being on the football team. But I think the way they were treating that is just like they're again, if this was a science project and he was and let's say it's a rich girl's dad that helps pay for some super expensive thing, like would that have been a negative? No. It's just because he's the coach of the football team that plays a factor.
Maybe what he should do is give the money. No, you can't do that because they might not do right. Wow. Like if you
Well,
give
that's
the
what I was
money
saying. Like if you put the
to
money
the
into the
parents,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and
If you
just
put the money into the, oh no, I'm saying into the program itself. Like he's the donor, but then we're saying like you as the coach, you can't be a donor. Then it's okay. Like
that's what I'm saying. Give it to the parents and let
yeah.
them put.
Well, then they're like, that's where the taxes come. Like, where did you get this money? Huh? Like, how are you gonna write this money off that you just?
Also, see the thing is, if he was a player of prominence, obviously he's getting a job from these teams, but that's the team. If a team that he's playing for or has played for, the NFL as a whole, like, hey, let's just put money into this program. But again, he's not as prominent as these star players are. Because like if Pat Mahomes was doing this, fucking league, everybody be trying to kiss his feet and give some money to the school he's trying to help.
Okay, so here's what it is. It's the Teddy Bridgewater Act, 2026 Florida law, allowing high school coaches to spend up to $15,000 of personal funds annually on players for transportation, food, and safety.
15,000?
Yeah.
15.
Okay. I think that
Coaches must report these expenditures to their school or the Florida High School Athletic Association.
you said,
So maybe
as soon as you said Florida law, I started
issue,
laughing. What law?
So maybe that's what the issue was initially, is that while he was doing this, he either didn't report it initially, but in his mind, like all of our minds are like, why should I have to report me doing something that's decent, something that's human? Like,
right. And the parents appreciate it because if they don't have the means of income, hell yeah, do it.
Yeah, he was suspended for providing Uber rides and meals to players considered immiscible benefits.
And again,
benefits, but
it was the transportation thing. The transportation thing got heat with me, but it was the food. So y'all treating this like the old days before NIL, even though this high school. It's like, all right, we'll play. Or you can probably dehydrate yourself and die because it happens a lot of high school players. And don't eat. You gotta do it for the love of the game. You know how hot it is in fucking Florida all year round? Can I at least get a hamburger?
Right, like you want these kids to go out there on that field for your school, but they can't get a meal.
Well, and see, here's right, because Sports Illustrated has this article where why the Teddy Bridgewater Act could open the door to pay-to-play era in high school sports. But this is my point, where if I'm, valedictorian of my school, and let's say I'm one of these kids who gets like a paid internship to work at so and so in the summer, and then I can go and I have a scholarship for an Ivy League school. That's not, like how. There's no sanctioning over that, or no, you can't do that. But just because you're an athlete, you get these handcuffs on you until the NIL is what I mean. Like you couldn't do this, you couldn't accept that. Like college athletes couldn't have jobs, they couldn't do this. But the same guy in their classroom who can go work his job or trade stocks online while he's in college. Mm-hmm. To make money on the side, can do this and that, but just because you're on whatever team, you can't do anything. That's the part that's always been bullshit until they finally allowed NIL to happen. And now that they're mad they let NIL happen because the players now have all the power. Like that's how it should have fucking been. It was always ridiculous that you had to sit out a year if you transferred schools. But like I would say, like, what if my dad died and I'm transferring to go be back in state and live with my mom and play on the team still, or if I was a regular student and I transferred from one school to another because my brother's going to school now. No, I'm saying if I'm a regular student, I can transfer willy-nilly. I don't have to sit out a year if I'm a regular student transferring from school to school. But they always feel like these fucking handcuffs on athletes because the school says you're better because the school's making all this money off you, so they have to handcuff you in these ways. That you're different from everyone else because you're doing this for the school versus the regular people who pay tuition.
This is the way the world goes. They always they say, oh, we're giving you this education, this opportunity, and it's a year's worth of tuition, but how much money they making off your back? They selling jerseys and video games.
That's why the idea of like merch. The education is the payment was always bullshit. Especially like I was saying, like ask Nick Saban, who wants to be all high and mighty about we didn't pay players out of Alabama and now the NIL is about like go at how many guys that he coached got their fucking degrees, especially not after the fact where they did the extra credits while they were in the pros or out of school. How many players graduated from Alabama with their degrees on time when he was their coach? And he's going to be like, well.
That's how you sound?
No, he sounds like a dickhead is what he sounds like.
He might not have paid them players, but them boosters definitely did.
Oh, yeah.
He paid them fucking players. his
Take your
sanctimonious shit.
take your mama out the hood. Make sure she good. I don't
It's
know
just
why
like
that
Coach K shit. As soon as it's time to pay guys, him and Coach K are like, "Well, I gotta get out of here. This is not the honorable game. I know."
What do you mean that the playing field's level?
Yeah, you mean especially once Coach K already had the advantage of getting the top recruits, and I was like, "Oh, now I gotta pay the top recruits too? Like what?"
Yeah.
It's about the game. It's about the game. It's about the game.
Oh, you sound just like him. Exactly like him. But of course, if I was coaching Duke, I'd sound like that as well.
There's no honor in that. Why do you need money to play the game? Why you need money
That's
to
the whole-
coach the game, coach?
That's the whole point of playing the game, is to move
Yeah.
on to the next level and get money. So if
Right.
you can't get money at this level, if you can get money at this level, then why not?
The guy that uses the NBA players to lure recruits of like, hey, I got LeBron James on the phone. He can give you a call if you want. Like, he's gonna say NIL is shouldn't be allowed.
I do.
But I had also some of the other free agents. So Isaiah Pacheco, he joins the Lions, so that's why Kansas City signed Walker. But the Lions let David Montgomery go to Houston. The Lions window might be officially done.
It is.
They had those 2 good years, and that was it. Who else?
I don't know. You don't think homeboy with the Brock Lesnar teeth going to coach him to another winning season?
Dan Campbell?
Yeah.
Who do you think? Dan Campbell and Brock Lesnar in a fight. That would be interesting.
They got the same teeth.
They got the same teeth, the same face, same voice. That's what I mean. Them in a fight would be interesting. I don't think Dan Campbell could. I mean, all he would have to do is punch Brock Lesnar in the gut, and he would win. So.
Yeah, maybe.
Kendrick Bourne, he signs with the Cardinals after they let Kyler Murray go, so that's funny. Yeah, the Mike Evans thing, yeah, right. Just because I'm a Niners fan, but I got got out of surgery, Zell, and I'm watching TV, and it shows that Mike Evans is signed with the Niners. I'm like, am I still high from the surgery? Like, is this happening right now? Like,
you excited about that move?
I was telling Banks, I think he'll be more. He's a wide receiver, but I think they'll use him more like a tight end, just in terms of. I think they know he doesn't have the speed and athleticism because he's getting older, and obviously, but he's a guy with hands, and they know that. So I am excited for the price, but it's money and they got to spend it. And then now the report was yesterday that Nick Bosa restructured his contract, and now the story is they might try to go out and get Joey Bosa. So to have the white supremacist Bosa brothers on the D line in San Francisco, I would be one of those things where it's like, I'm not for what they're for, but hey, get after that quarterback, boys. Like, but at the same time, I don't know. The McCaffrey thing is an issue. He is older. He is slower. He had bad injuries. They need an official running back besides him. Because at this point, they're going to use him more like a receiver like they did last year.
Yeah.
And I think he would be a better receiver in the slot right now and Ricky Pearsall, I love him. He survived a gunshot wound like I did, but he's just missing too much time in these first 2 years. And now they're going to let Brandon. The report is they're not going to let Brandon Ayuk go. They're going to wait for a trade to be a team desperate enough to trade for Brandon Ayuk. And I don't think a team's going to want a fucking head case like this guy's become out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, that's who Lamar would need is Brandon Ayuk. Funny enough.
I don't even know. I don't know if.
That's going to be the answer. Because when he can play. But right now he's turned into a lunatic. And then they said that because TJ Houshmandzadeh was defending him on the speakeasy, and they're like, that's his personal wide receiver coach. I'm like, his personal wide receiver coach is TJ Houshmandzadeh, who is talking to Emmanuel H.O. No wonder his head's gone crazy. Like, did you just hear all those words I said?
I just think as being in Mike Evans, like his best days is behind him.
Yeah, they definitely are. I'm not expecting 1,000-yard seasons like he was trying to keep that record going. I think he'll be 50, 60 catches and 750 yards, something like that. Hopefully more of a red zone threat, because that's the thing, especially with Kittle coming off of his Achilles surgery. And like what Dot just said, they're losing Jawan Jennings. They're going to use Mike Evans just like they were using Jawan Jennings for possession targets, stuff like that. Because Jawan Jennings and him was the same type of build physically, and not breakaway speed guys. So, and their division, it's going to be competitive, obviously, with Seattle's defense. Even though Sam Darnold doesn't do much on offense, that's how they won the whole effing thing. And then Los Angeles is still going to be competitive because Matt Stafford is like, I think I can play another year. I just won the MVP. Like,
and as long as he got Puka
and McVay, and and again, their defense isn't nothing to slouch at. And then, but Arizona is going to be the easy pickings in that division, especially with no Kyler, because they said Jacoby Brissett, you're our guy. Like,
free Marvin Harrison Jr.
I don't think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be that good on any other team.
I think if he get a quarterback, he'll be all right.
Shit, get him to the Ravens.
Yeah, I take him. I mean, he wouldn't be a number one still, but I take him. He might develop to a number one over here.
Let me see what his numbers were last year. It hasn't helped that he went to Kyler Murray and then just Brissett for his first 2 years. But at the same time,
they got to jump to grab the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like jump higher.
That's why I was telling you. I don't think Justin Jefferson should be thrilled that Kyler is a QB now. He's like, shit.
I forgot all about Justin Jeff.
So for his first 2 years, let's see what Marvin Harrison Jr.'s averaged. He's averaged 103 catches, 1,493 receiving yards, and 12 TDs in his first 2 years combined.
That's pretty good, man.
Over 29 games.
That's not bad.
He been all right.
Yeah, get us to the Ravens.
What didn't help was he was in the draft with Brian Thomas Jr. and Brian Thomas Jr. and Malik Neighbors, but Malik Neighbors missed most of last year.
And didn't he have didn't his father say something and that kind of like hurt him a little bit?
I think he said something after like the first few weeks of last year, not his.
Yeah.
I don't think his rookie year he said something. I think sometime last year he said something. This past season, I think he said something.
Okay.
Yeah. But the Cardinals are like Atlanta. Like the way they make decisions are pretty dumb, and like they get these breakout like winning seasons for 2-3 years, and then they fuck it up immediately right after for 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah, if his father said something and they didn't listen, then they all kind of dumb.
Oh, I think you were going to say for the other reasons I'm not listening to Marvin Harrison.
I'm listening to Marvin Harrison. I don't know about you, but I'm listening to Marvin Harrison.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you shouldn't listen to him for his football knowledge. You should listen to his knowledge.
Yeah. Allegedly.
You know what's going to come if you don't listen to Marvin Harrison?
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Ask that dude outside the club.
Marvin Harrison Jr. was like Tommy Lee Jones, Delroy Lindo, like all these guys who were born at 40, even when they were 22. Like
Arn Anderson.
Yeah, like all these guys who just looked old even when they were young. That's what Marvin Harrison Jr.
Guess why? Because Starvin Starrison is from North Philly, brother.
And that happened when his career ended, right? Didn't he just retire when that happened?
He was still active.
I think he was still playing for the Colts when that happened.
I think that was 01 too.
Let me see. It's still nothing is crazier. Nothing is as crazy as Ray Lewis murdering a man after the Super Bowl.
Allegedly,
Ray Lewis.
Nope, he murdered that man Banks.
No, he was guilty by association.
Trick Daddy said Ray Lewis snitched on the man that killed that man.
I believe Trick.
He said it on Drink Champs. He said Ray Lewis snitched on my dog.
No, it was April 29th, 2008, and he had been retired for. Oh, he had just been retired.
Okay.
That's
he retiring that finger though. Well, what Jada said.
You got protected.
He was shot several times while he was in his car outside a building 2 blocks away from the sports bar.
Damn. They was trying to get him up out of here. But again, you should have a Philly person. You got to be ready for war. He kept it on him.
Yeah, he also seemed like the most unassuming guy to commit something like that.
Yeah, I was so surprised when I first heard the noise. Like Marvin Harrison did that.
Yeah, he looked like an '80s sitcom dad. Like,
yeah.
Hey, Dave said, you now learn those the ones that keep it on them.
Fair, yeah, you got a fair point with that.
Was it a 38?
Yeah. The ones that keep it on them, they look all innocent and nice, and they clown and they joke, and that's the ones you got to watch out for. Always watch out for the people that smile.
He looked like Ned Flanders, basically. Like, "Hi, dilly ho, neighbor," and then like,
see, Ned Flanders had the toolie on them too on one episode.
No, but about the Ray Lewis thing, the comedian John Mulaney had a great joke. He's like, "I was writing for the Madden commercial, and Ray Lewis was on this commercial shoot, and he told me that, John, I was going through a tough time in a couple years ago." He was like, "Oh, what?" And John had no idea because he's not a sportsman. He's like, "Oh, like what?" And then he's like, "I'm not going to talk about it with you right now." And then so he's like, then I looked up. Ray Lewis was allegedly committed a murder in 2001. And the only reason they couldn't find the murder is because it was his suit covered in blood that they couldn't find. Like,
Ray Lewis
is a murderer. He shouldn't have played in that Super Bowl against the 49ers because he used the deer antler spray, and that's illegal, but they let him play anyway. That's 3 strikes.
Which one is the worst?
Number 3.
The deer antler spray, because it cost me a Super Bowl title. That man should not have been on that field that day.
Beyonce cost y'all that title.
No, that's the only reason we got back in the fucking game, because we were getting our ass kicked for 30 minutes.
Yeah. That game was not looking pretty.
Saved them.
To that halftime, then that's when I started stressing.
What they call it, the Illuminati Bowl?
Colin Kaepernick just overthrew a pass slightly to
The
Michael
right
Crabtree, and that was it.
The right team won.
No, they didn't, but still. That man's a murderer. A murderer! I like when Pub...
That was hold up. Oh, you said because of the deer spray, he shouldn't have played the game, right?
No, he shouldn't play because he literally was missing games with the triceps, and they were like, he used deer antler spray, which is a banned substance. And I'm like, then why is he allowed to play? What?
It was a gray area.
But how you used to call Kane murderer? You're a murderer. Like, that was Ray Lewis. Like, you're a murderer. But that was an entertaining game in the second half, because the first half, and then the Jacoby Jones kickoff return too. That was that was one of the best Super Bowls.
Rest in peace, Jacoby.
But anything else? What else should we talk about before we get out of here?
Y'all want to get in 15 minutes of wrestling?
Banks doesn't want to. Banks is scared to say what he wants to say.
I ain't scared to say shit. I saw the Bella Twins on SmackDown on IG, and I said, I'm cool. I ain't got shit to say.
Don't get me started on them geezers. They need to go home and drink wine. It's more entertaining than watching them in the ring.
I'm about to say something freaky, but anyway. I mean, what y'all want to talk about? I mean, the shit is ass. I don't know what to say.
Down yet? What happened on Raw?
Exactly.
I just know y'all like 15
minutes. Well, I had
minutes
surgery that day, so I had other things on my mind. So
I'm trying to remember what happened.
I watched it, but I'm just saying, like, it was super. Oh yeah, Finn Balor finally turned on Dominic Mysterio this week, right?
They turned on Finn. Well, yeah,
he was right to say, like, your father was right. You are a prick. Like, and he gave him the Pele kick, and the JD McDonough clotheslined him, and
his man put the boots to him.
Yeah. Then what else happened? I mean, the Usos and CM Punk segment was stupid. That
shit was actually funny. Apologize, Oos.
It was only funny because that's what he kept saying. He was, apologize, Oos. You owe us an apology.
When he get mad, it's the funniest shit ever.
You mean when he does the walking around and does the
look around
with the microphone? What you gonna say?
And Jimmy don't even talk no more.
No, Jimmy talked the whole time. That was the funny thing. He was like,
"Oh, he talked this past week."
Yeah. He was
Again,
doing all the talking.
I just seen Jay's part. Apologize, Uso, and I was like, "All right."
No, Jimmy was doing all the talking.
Y'all think that the WWE picked the wrong Uso? Like they should have went with Jimmy?
Hell no.
No.
As much as Jey Uso is his whole run was overrated, Jimmy Uso, he was getting fat back then when it was going on. And to borrow the term Banks, he had no motion. Jimmy Uso had no motion. He did.
Hey, he built like Hillbilly Jim now.
Plus, Jay had all the momentum going back to the COVID year when Jimmy missed that time with the knee injury.
Yeah.
So that's they didn't choose Jay over Jimmy. Jay had the opportunity given to him because the injury, like all that tribal chief shit started was because of Jay.
Yeah. That shit was funny as hell. I understand it now.
But Jimmy had the best promo when they were doing the fractured bloodline. He did the look at your brother Joshua, take care of your brother Joshua. Like I'm like, damn, that's that responsibility shit from Rugrats where it's like you got to be the big brother looking after the little brother. Like that shit was hitting me. Because if you out Oos, then I'm out too. And then they super kicked him like that. Jimmy cut the best promo then. But, but no, Jay was the right one because he was selling all the Sammy shit super well, but like not fucking with Sami Zayn and looking at him crazy, especially when Roman gave him the shirt that night and Jay was like, no, like he was just losing his mind every time they were doing Sami Zayn.
That's what I said when he get mad,
that's what I hate now. So I hate the pop and lock and Mighty Morphin Power Ranger routine I call it when Jay so comes out and he does all this.
No, I'm talking about him and Sami Zayn used to do their handshake.
They do the Key and Peele hand slap shit. Like
now, Jey Uso when he do wrestle, he just do the rock slap now.
But what else happened? Obafemi beat Rusev. Okay.
Oh God. Oh,
I mean,
fucking 5 stars. Rusev in 2020. I didn't want him then. I didn't want him on my TV now. Go home to your wife.
He said he came back to WWE to wrestle more.
How many times he wrestled since he's been back?
That's the point. That's the lie. Just like Malachi Black, Aleister Black is saying he had a good first year being back in WWE. They made you work with your wife.
AEW as well.
They gave him and Zelina a Killer Cross gimmick.
Yeah.
Give me his one.
You're right. They gave him the you two are fucking now be on TV together.
And he going around talking the same stuff that Killer Cross was talking to people in the back.
Yeah, I want to see the real you, the dark side of you that you're hiding from yourself, that you're trying not to be. Yeah. And then let me see. I'm trying to look it up.
Good time, brother.
Oh yeah, Penta won the IC title from Dom. That's what happened.
Who gives a fuck?
Because he got cursed.
Yeah, they were trying to blame the Dan. So what did you think when Danhausen showed up?
I am now a Fanhausen.
Oh, okay. Good night. We're getting out of here. You and Cody Drake can go settle that.
Did you see? Nah, when CM Punk posted that picture with the 2 titles on, like he had nothing on under the titles. Like
I wasn't sure if that was AI or not, so that's why I wasn't losing my mind.
Danhausen just got there and he retweeted and said, "I'm quitting." I said, "Yeah, I'm a fan."
What else?
The business shouldn't have quit on him.
Oh yeah, Seth Rollins and his masked gang of minions did the Red Rover. Shit, that was stupid. Where they all just like circled around it, like we couldn't tell which one was Seth Rollins the whole time.
Right. The biggest dude there.
What's the point of doing that if y'all just gonna run around and leave out the ring and he just gonna stay in the ring? If y'all gonna have a bunch of masked people, y'all should jump somebody so y'all don't know which one is Seth Rollins.
Well, how are all these guys getting knocked out by super kicks and curb stomps if they're not Seth Rollins? That was the other part of like.
My thing is, there's 2 fucking jabronis. You can't beat them up. You need Max, man. For Austin Theory and Logan Paul. I'll see if it was other members. It's 2.
Well, no, now we have to ask who was the one who did it to Braun Breaker? Who was the one that did it to him in Saudi? If it was it Seth Rollins the whole time? Who was the one that did it at War Games? Like, That's why all this shit is stupid. But and then on SmackDown, I didn't watch. But yeah, Randy Orton finally betrayed Cody Rhodes.
Restored the feeling.
Again,
Banks
that's
is
all right.
Banks, say what you want to say. You're looking forward to this match, aren't you? Aren't you now?
I'll watch it. I don't look forward to anything that's related to Cody Rhodes because I don't fuck with him. But I mean, it's because we know it's like you got your ass beat. Somehow you gonna come back and he tried to check me out. I ain't your young boy no more. That's all he gonna fucking say. Like it's the same.
Don't forget his daddy.
Shit.
Just because what you did to my father, you won't do to me, Cody.
And then Randy gotta be healed, Randy. So he gonna say something about his dad. And he gonna be the 20th person in the past year to say something about his dad. Same old shit.
Here's what's funny. Because they always run the same storylines on both shows. So they've already done a dead father on Raw with CM Punk and Roman Reigns. So now it's going to be redundant when Randy Orton goes and says, I'm going to put you in a grave next to your father, Cody. Like, and he's going to do the same shit that CM Punk just said. Like,
straight out the Christian Cage playbook.
Yeah,
I mean, Christian Cage, the dead. I always thought that was dumb just because it's like, all right, you got Google. Congrats, Christian. You looked up someone's Wikipedia and found out their father was dead. It only really worked for Jack Perry because it's like your dad was famous and he died, but like.
Hey, shouts out to Jack Perry mom.
The mom? No, you're talking about Nick Wayne's mom.
Oh, you seen Jack Perry mom?
Yeah, she does not look. I was like, what? Like, no,
still need money.
Yeah, the Nick Wayne mom thing was kind of weird. Like she got on your faction after you dissed her ex-husband, which happens all the time.
Haven't you ever seen Naughty America scene, my brother? Haven't you ever seen?
I seen Charlie Kirk.
What else happened on SmackDown?
This episode about to get the monks.
Oh yeah, the Drew McIntyre quitting thing as much as I quit. Yeah, so that's what I told you because Banks said had to send me right away. So Drew, every time something happens to Drew McIntyre, he just wants to go and quit. Like, I quit.
I get it. I respect.
I'm going home. I'm quitting. You've screwed me too many times.
Makes sense to me.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of agreeing.
Then he comes back and fucks with Jacob Fatu. So we're getting Jacob Fatu versus Drew, which is the match we should have had for the title instead. But now we get it for no title.
I'm cool, bro. That's. Let me go to the liquor store break. And I like both of them, but I'm cool, bro.
I'm here for that match.
I ain't got it, dog. Look, the matches I watch is Obama versus Brock if it happened, because you know he gotta do the favor for Brock. I'll watch Liv versus Stephanie for other reasons.
They had
Trick versus Carmelo. I'll watch that.
Yeah, that's what I told Bang. So I think they're gonna do Trick versus Melo for the U.S. title.
For the U.S. title.
That is still the weekend.
They were smart by putting Trick and Obama on two different shows.
Well, for now, because Obama, because y'all keep calling him Obama. He keeps bouncing back and forth, but I think well, here's the thing. Where's Royce Keys at, Zell?
Here we go.
Maybe they try to find out his age.
He's Dominican?
Yeah.
Right, that's the type Royce Keys is Dominican.
Apparently they found out, but they still don't care. I don't know why
they don't care. They finding all right. His age shouldn't matter when Damian Priest is the same fucking age. Like LA Knight's the same fucking age. Randy Orton is the same fucking age. They're all the old fucks.
They all told the truth.
Randy 49, dog.
But yeah,
at this point, it shouldn't matter if he's hiding it or not. Like, get on TV and have a match instead of all this extra shit.
They saying they about to put him with Jelly Roll.
That's the thing. Like, because Banks keeps posting the Puck video. Who the fuck cares about Jelly Roll? Which I agree. Puck is completely right about that. Like, no one's asking for Jelly Roll. The only clip I saw where the Miz is like, I liked you better when you were fat, and Jelly Roll had to get all intense, like, I will knock your ass out. And I'm like, no, you won't. You're a country singer. Like, who are you gonna knock out?
Wait, what you mean? The motherfuckers to fight, dog? Hold on.
No, he just had surgery like a month ago or whatever. Like,
that take away from his hands?
What hands? Do you think Jelly Roll can fight for real?
Yeah. A big ass country white boy, you think can't fight?
He wasn't big, he was fat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's my point.
If you think Jelly Roll got hands, I don't know what to do. You.
Hey,
You don't
and
gotta
he used
move
to be off the
too much to
gimmick,
have-
brother.
They say you ain't gotta move too much to have hands.
He was on the fentanyl gimmick. What?
Hey,
Look
that
like
be
he on it now.
No, if they're trying to set Jelly Roll up for a match with the Miz and whoever the Miz
And
is gonna
Royce Keys.
have.
I won't be in tears, bro.
Well, that just shows like the Miz how desperate he is to stay relevant because like they showed he hasn't had a match. He hasn't won a match in 3 years now or something like that on TV.
Hey,
The
brother.
Miz just doing what he can to keep his job.
I'm about to say, them checks getting clear, bro. I don't think he
Right.
cared.
They don't
He
fire
already Hall of
people,
Famer.
Zell. They don't fire people. They just let people go who they don't want anymore.
Yeah, he not trying to get let go. He trying to keep getting renewed.
Even then, they would just put him on commentary or put him.
You
on
ever
a
seen his
show.
house?
Right.
Yeah.
In California, yeah. He trying to stay with his job, brother. That mortgage run something.
But
His wife, Marie, say ain't going to take too kindly to him coming home and just talking about I got released. He got to take care of her, them kids, and her mother. I seen the show.
Yeah, the show is actually interesting. Well, you lost your job, Punk won't say. You have to go back to work. You have to go to AEW now. Imagine the Miz and AEW having promos against MJF.
Will not sign them. Tony Khan will not sign the Miz. He's like, I already got MJF here. I don't need another overrated.
I don't need a better version.
Thank you.
He's not the better version.
Yes, he is. Stop it.
They both suck.
No, you tripping.
One more than the other, my brother.
You want to talk about this vanilla midget being better than the Miz? You tripping.
And now MJF is going into this whole what's his name? I don't want to say the big but
clavicular or something like that. He said he
leaning into the small hatness.
Well, he did that years ago when he said he was being picked on for it. He said they threw quarters at him in school, and I'm like, what?
The big Hebrew. That's what his shirt. He got a shirt that said the big Hebrew.
He started calling him that the week after the Raheem shit, and I'm like, you got that much of an ego with your mentor that you got to start doing this shit, like, because that's
why he didn't say that when Kanye was going off?
I think he was actually.
What did he say?
Because all the shit that you have to say, like, I don't agree with what he was saying. He's wrong to say it. Because that's when they started.
Oh, he didn't cut no promo like he usually do.
Well, I think it was also at the same time he was getting in trouble for throwing the drink on the kid, so he couldn't say anything about shit for a while.
Yeah, he would have do a drink on my kid, boy. I can't say what I would have did, but because it'd be we don't have no show no more. But
if it was me, I would have shot his ass.
No. Can't say what I really want to say. That's why I said.
You're right, Zell. He did start calling himself that, which I'm like, even though I never listen to his promos when they come on. I'm too busy looking at his head of fake hair now because he got some super plugs.
He went to Turkey. MJF went to Turkey.
Oh, overtime. He's got like Lego hair. It doesn't move. It stays the same shape.
Is it flammable?
It looks like it.
He got the Jamie Foxx, bro. Remember, Jamie Foxx had the upper taper. It stayed like that when he got the hair surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's
bro, how do you
he wasn't losing it. Like, he just had big side circles, but now you see like he has it completely like glued shut. Those side, like it's insane. He got, like I said, a mega turkey job.
He's too young for that.
Right.
That's why he did it. He knew he was going to be bald by 30 because he's not even 30 yet.
He should have tried
or he just turned 30, I think.
Beyonce Magic Hair Elixir.
Oh yeah, I gotta buy some of that.
That's what I'm going to try. Yeah, he turned 30 this year.
But you sound like Fabio Davis?
No, I need it for the circles. Again, it's the temples is where because if you've seen my dad, again, my dad's hair doesn't recede just in terms of the front, only on the sides. That's because he also wears hats a lot. So just
get a shape up.
Thank you.
No, it's not about. Again, it's not about shape ups. It's like when you look at the temples on white guy, like Ryan Reynolds is a big version of like it's a right around the curve where certain guys have it. Well, where they're not losing the hair in the front, it just recedes through the temples for whatever reason.
I don't understand y'all dudes in relationships and married doing shit. Hey, you already got her. Why is you doing this?
Maintain.
So you know how you look.
I care about how I look more important. I care more about how I look. That's why.
You love yourself?
You gotta take pride. No, I don't love myself at all. I just gotta take.
You be kissing yourself in the mirror.
I'm not Alex Rodriguez. No. No, that was the rest of it. Oh, did any of y'all listen to Jack Harlow's?
Oh, this out the mud.
I know you did, Banks.
I wouldn't fucking touch that album if you gave it to me for free. I got streams. I ain't listening to that shit. My nigga, I ain't listening to my nigga. That's the title. Say it, Zell. Look. Oh no, you say it, Davis. What's the title?
It's Monica. I used to date a girl named Monica.
Finally got him. Finally got him.
I used to date a girl named that.
What was her name?
Monica. Like, what do you mean? But no, that's funny. He's a weird fucking guy. I do agree with what people.
Them names that they was calling him on Twitter was hilarious.
That's what's funny. Yeah, they started calling him that neo-Nazi.
That was the one. And what was
they called him hunky.
Music stole child.
Yeah, music stole. Yeah, no, but I mean, but I'll say this. I'll agree with one person's tweet where they said normally white musicians they go straight to country when they want to pivot to their whiteness. He went the opposite. He went in the worst direction, which said, I'm going to be blacker than I should have been. Like, so that's, I'll say that he didn't do the Post Malone and, denigrate the music that got him famous.
Who is Monica though?
Yo, nigga.
But they went what do they call him? Did they say he was starting to dress like White Carl Thomas all of a sudden? Like, but Banks, you're not gonna listen.
Why? What's the point?
You listen to anything.
You fucking lie. I listen to for the most part. Well, actually, that's not.
You listen to Morgan Wallen. What are you talking about?
Hey, better
and he's worse than Jack Harlow.
Yeah, better. No, better than him. He's better than Jack Harlow. Morgan Wallen fans, they might like whips and chains like Jack Harlow was talking about, but still.
I was about to say, is whips and chains on there? Because if not, then I'm cool on that.
Let me see.
No, that was just a song he put out. Dude, no, I'm a hardcore like R&B mark. I could listen to Glenn Lewis. I could listen to Jaheim if I want neo soul. That's not even a real genre. It's not a subgenre. They just put that out because people were just doing R&B slower.
His last album was called Jackman. What the fuck?
All right, man, it's out the mud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's time to go there.
That's good. I just thought it was funny that everyone started losing their mind. Well, not losing their mind in a like over the top way, just like losing their mind in a comedic way about it. Yeah, that was the one. That was the one they called it. I was going to say that one to Zell.
Timing all this is bad.
How much he loves Drew Hill.
I didn't even know that was his religion, which makes it funny.
I didn't even
look at him.
Come on, David, you about to get us in trouble.
He looks like MJF.
And that hat was way bigger than the penny that he had on.
I'm gonna miss this.
Let me see if he actually is. Real quick before we get out of here.
No, he's from Kentucky, bro.
Yeah, so he's. Hey, you never know. They migrated from Egypt. They could migrate to Kentucky.
All right, I'm about to call my uncle. Tell him what you just said. Egypt. What did he say?
He's a French and Irish descent.
So he just
makes a lot of sense too, based off how he looks. Yeah.
So he's that's not his practice.
But tell me, doesn't he look like he could be MJF's cousin?
I ain't in it. The great Mac Miller, believed the same thing as MJF. He didn't look like it.
Yeah, that was
If you don't got the curls and the tassels hanging from your waist, I don't believe it.
All right, so.
Oh, don't be scared, Banks. What you just said on tangents, I bet is 10 times worse than that.
Yeah, it's behind a paywall.
Who cares?
The people that's paying their money. And nobody
You
that's
know what I'm
gonna
saying?
hear this.
Like you're the one who doesn't believe in cancel culture anyway.
Yeah, but when it relates to them, that's a different type of mafia, brothers.
Oh,
That's it. I'll talk about everybody else. When it relates to them,
this
that's
goes back to
different.
my theory of when the CIA listens. If they cared about that much what you were doing,
Yeah, this bigger than the
maybe.
CIA. This bigger than the Carter.
No, I don't think they're bigger than the CIA in terms of acting fast. Okay, we'll get out of here then, since everyone wants to get scared.
And the Oscars, well, the Oscars being as of yesterday on this recording,
Yeah, we're probably gonna come back tomorrow, do an Oscars
today,
recap, especially.
you got
No,
to
you
break
said
the.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, because when you want to release, yeah, after doing all the
yeah, come on,
The
dog.
Oscars today.
Oscars is tonight, right? Yeah, tonight.
Yeah, but as of this recording, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Who y'all? All right. So who you think going win the big one? Like the
What's
big.
the big one?
I don't
Movie
know
of
the
the year?
Best
big
picture.
the big Oscar, whatever the big
I
Oscar categories are.
Marty Supreme, or that movie with what's the bald head shorty that was in
Emma
Spider
Stone,
Man?
Begonia.
Yeah,
I
she
actually
was
think
doing
I
that.
wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens, just because the Oscars do tend to do that. But everything has been pointing in the sinner's direction. But
Yeah.
that does scare me of it being too good to be true. Like them rewarding it as much as they have to get the biggest rewards overall.
So like you know how they like sometimes they won't give you the big one, but they might give you a smaller. They might give you like a
That would be
supporting
giving.
actor or
So
something
the
like that.
point for that would be giving Ryan Coogler best. I said for sure he'll get best screenplay, and that's what they did to Jordan Peele for Get Out. They gave Jordan Peele best screenplay for Get Out instead of giving him best picture, and they've done that with Quentin Tarantino 2 times. They gave. Oh no, just one time I think they've given him. So yeah, that is kind of their runner-up, which is if they feel like they want you to be rewarded, so they'll give you either the directing Oscar or the writing Oscar, especially if you did both.
Or they might do something like give Delroy Lindo best supporting actor because they're gonna give best actor
No, it doesn't really work like that for
Timothy
the actress.
Chalamet.
It
Nah.
doesn't really work like that for the actress because it really kind of is performance based. Because some actors have won best supporting actor for either movies that weren't even nominated overall,
Okay.
or that seemed like in some movies have been nominated where and the best actors and have like best picture, best director without having best actor winners. So it's always been mix and match like that. But Sinners, like I'm saying, doing the whole clean sweep like Oppenheimer did when they had best picture, best screenplay, best director, best actor, best supporting actor. I don't think it's possible. Because like you're saying, I think Delroy Lindo's category is harder than Michael B. Jordan's category. Even though and it's tough for me to choose between those two performances of which I enjoy the most because they're both great in it. And again, Michael B. Jordan's doing it as two characters, but I'll see it to what you were saying. Because I do think something's going to happen where they're not going to reward Sinners, but I also feel like they don't want to choose one battle after another, just because I feel like they just don't fuck with Paul Thomas Anderson that much. That's been my conspiracy theory the whole time, is that they don't really, not that they don't enjoy his movies, it's just that they don't think his movies are worthy for whatever reason. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. If Michael B. Jordan wins, that'll be awesome because he does truly deserve it. And Ryan Coogler deserves screenplay and director for sure. And Sinners deserves best cast because that cast, like Banks I said a few weeks ago, is perfect from every supporting character.
Let me tell you something.
Every main character.
Let me tell you something. If Ryan Coogler win for writing and directing, I'm going live. Me and Davies might just go live for just 10, 30 minutes. It don't even fucking matter. Hey, bro, it's about to go crazy. As they say up north, it's about to go Yankee. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, if Ryan Coogler win, y'all about to see me get on some platform and go live. This is a celebration for California. We about to turn up.
I got 2 questions for y'all before we leave. What's the one award that y'all looking forward to seeing like be awarded tonight?
Well, he looking forward to best wardrobe and best costume design.
Again, you're right. Costume design actually is cool when you see like they created shit from nothing, basically. I'm actually not going to watch it because I'll be watching the USA versus Dominican Republic.
You ain't got no fire stick. You can watch two things at once.
Yeah, but I'm going to get pissed if I see Sinners lose the categories that it should win. And I think I got too much invested in. Out of all these years, this is the one I have more investment in.
You and everybody else, legit, they said their ratings about to be like higher than normal. I wonder why.
But I would say the one. Let me look up the category real quick, just to.
Probably for me, best actor, because eventually I'm gonna be there. Best supporting, because eventually I'm gonna be there. I like all the best like actor
You like the
awards.
acting. You like all the acting awards, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean cinematography too, because I'm a huge in the cinematography and how things look. So
yeah, that's why I was trying to look up to see who else was nominated in that category besides the Sinners cinematographer Autumn.
Because just to let the audience know, Sinners has the all-time record for like nominations, which is still crazy because they wasn't even supposed to be there. It's just by popular demand and all like the Hall of Fame actors was like, "Hey man, y'all gotta do something about this." I mean, once Tom Cruise say, "Hey, I need to go ahead and watch Sinners," I knew it was over. I knew they was gonna get there because it's Tom Cruise speaking.
Yeah, I would say the best. The category I'm looking forward to most is overall best director and best original screenplay. But that casting one, because this will again be the first year that casting is given away, and like I said, the Sinners cast is the perfect from top to bottom. But seeing best writer and best original screenplay, best adapted screenplay isn't too bad this year too. It has adapted is when you take a book or a comic book or something or a short story and adapt it to live action, and that's Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. So that's best adapted. Best original is Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. And that's when I think best director and best actor I think are Ryan Coogler's best chances if they don't get best picture.
All right, and my second question, I believe I asked it before. When are y'all gonna write or direct the movie? Or write and direct? Because I've been watching y'all for a few years and y'all real knowledgeable about these things like the camera angles and different things of that nature that the normal person that watches movies just watching for enjoyment don't pick up on. So when we gonna get a script from y'all?
That's this man right here.
I know some writers. I know directors. I mean, obviously, I'm in the business, so I know people personally, but it's up to Davis. Like, I would definitely like to work with Davis on a film.
I can't write. That's why I stopped. That's why I wanted to become a podcaster because I couldn't write. And the writing I wanted to do was
99% of writers say that. Like Zell in the audience, 99% of writers say, I don't like this shit. I can't write. They all say that. That means you're a writer.
I can't. That's why when I found out podcasts, I'm like, oh, this is more my speed, talking instead of writing.
You just gotta come up with the premise.
Thank you.
Writing, and when you see how like screenplays are written, that's where I'm like, oh yeah, that's too.
Yeah, but look at how many drafts they go through because the writers be insecure about their work and they be like, damn, I gotta rewrite this. I
also mean like insert camera in or the extra layers and details you have to write. That you have to add to a script. Like that's too creative for my writing.
You just write the lines and you give a direction every now and then because it's up to us being the actors to find the direction of which we want to go based on the director and what's in the script. See, if it's just and I open door, then that's a bad actor.
But no, it's like he opens the door. He doesn't know what's behind this door.
That's a novel.
You don't have to write a script though.
You also don't gotta write. You could direct.
Yeah, I think you actually could do well with directing.
Now, every time I listen to a director's talk, I'm like, fuck, that would drive me. Because it's like being a supervisor, and I couldn't handle being a supervisor at my job when you have to depend on people to do their jobs and you can't fix it. It's the Jerry West thing of like, I can't be them and they can't be me. So every time I hear a director talk on a podcast and talk about, especially the bigger budget films, like I always say this, listen to any Chris McQuarrie podcast to talk about how he directs Mission Impossibles. And you're like, how could you even make the movie that got churned out a masterpiece or phenomenal when you have to like Tom Cruise got injured, so we had to recut the movie, and then we had to rewrite the movie, and then the helicopters can go only up this high. When you take a camera up this high, this happens, and then you have to have all the locations pre-scouted. But this time I didn't have this location figured out. Like, it's all the extra work that goes into it. But like Big says, there are other people, other department heads that do that job. But I see it as so much of like, what if I see it in my head, it has to be the way I see it in my head. And that it was the same thing like when I edit videos that I make, I'm like, it has to look like how I'm picturing it and seeing it. So
that's why you become the editor as well.
That's where I told you I would piss you off, because I would be like Fincher, where I'm like, do it again. It's not like how I'm seeing it. Or Stanley Kubrick, where like the multiple takes of like, it's not turning out how I'm seeing it in my head. I feel like that's the type of director I would be, not on purpose, but like I would just be like, it's not turning out. And that's the part where I feel like, even when I watch a lot of movies, whether they're good or bad, I can see where sometimes there's a good director turning out a bad movie because other stuff could happen. But also I'm like, someone could have told you halfway through how to fix this movie and you could have had a better movie. It's a tough job. I don't know why people think I can write or direct. Kiki says the same thing of like, yeah, I think you can make a movie. I'm like, never in a million years.
People, he gave you a reason as to why. It's probably the same thing as Keith.
Like, yeah, you too knowledgeable about these things, and like it's intricate things that normal people that just watch movies for entertainment don't pick up on, and like you too deep in the game to just watch these movies and talk about them. Like, I feel like you gotta at least be a consultant or something. At least one time you gotta try your hand.
Have a good not necessarily like a script doctor, but I always like if something's happening on a movie and they feel like what should there need to be changed, if I could like say, oh, change this or change that, that would make much more sense. But overall, like when I had kind of looked into film school, I think in 2014 or 2015 when I was going to community college, and I was like, I don't know, should I try to do this? I know it'd be a lot of hard work and all that, but and I didn't come from that background in high school where I didn't have an audio video class. I never took one. I helped a friend with their audio video project, which is a story for another time. But yeah, that's the thing where I was like, if I had done it then, maybe it would have made much more sense for me to go in. But coming from California, I wasn't in any of those classes at that time. The whole point of me watching them, the whole point of me watching it as much as I do or that is just, like seeing how many different types of movies there are, especially the last couple of years. I've been trying to watch more international movies or more movies from the 50s and 60s and 70s of like, oh wow, they were doing it great back then before we had all this extra advantages and stuff. But one day, I mean, I'm never going to say never, but I'm just saying like, it's a lot of work, a lot of work.
That's called life, brother.
And I would have to figure out what type of, what's the movie that I would want to make? Like, is it an action movie? Is it a drama? Is it
a horror movie?
Whenever I think of a horror movie, I'm like, I'm not as crazy as the other guys when it comes to these horror. Like, I'm not crazy as something like Terrifier.
I don't know. I think you gotta at least try your hand at something in the industry, because I feel like it's a perfect fit.
Yeah, I mean it's a fit because, but even the stuff I know, there's still more to know that I don't. I mean I feel like I don't think I could be a big budget type of director, because directing when stuff's not there, like when you have to direct around the CGI that's not created. That's the stuff that I'd be like, that seems tough. So every time I watch those movies, I'm like, this must be hell as a director to know, like, the background's not there yet, or this character isn't real at all right now.
With the technology and the AI and stuff now, you probably can shoot it like that. But what you watching, it'll actually be there, like with the AR and all that stuff. Like,
I think if they could figure it out that way, that's how they would probably want to use AI. If you were to ask like people in Hollywood, like, would that help? Moments like that, the stand-ins. I'm not the only one who really has that like advantage for them is James Cameron, right, Banks? Like, he's the only guy who kind of knows what he's making because they're building it as he's shooting it with his type of motion capture. But
yeah, it just takes a certain type of eye, though.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like I said, never say never, but it's definitely, I'm not in a rush to ever do one. But it can happen at any age. Like, a lot of guys who directed their first movies in their late 30s or early 40s. So, and people who in other walks of life had directed movies, like Tom Ford has directed movies. You're like, Tom, the fashion dude, like. So yeah, it is possible. But Zell, thanks for stopping by. It's been a long time. We'll definitely try to have you on again soon, especially since unless I take another Drew McIntyre-esque sabbatical.
No, you ain't doing shit. You gonna work.
Say I'm on a sabbatical myself. I think it's time for me to make a comeback.
Yeah, all my BodyMore cups are starting to fade because I just got tired of hand washing them and putting them in the dishwasher. Because I was thinking for the longest time I was trying to keep them pristine, but I'm like, I get tired of fucking having to hand wash these and hand dry these. Like, you can still see where it says it, but like some of them more than others are like chipped away, and I'm like, that's a shame.
That's another reason why I gotta come back now, man.
No, the streets need you, dog. Ever since you talked about cut water,
I was about to say the way that the alcohol industry, more so than the entertainment industry, like keeps itself afloat with these new innovations, like Cutwater exist in the 70s, it's just not as strong as it is now. Isn't that the point of it? Of like it's now its own drink.
I don't know when it came out, but all I know is you need to stay away from it.
Have you ever
stepped on?
Yeah, I bought 12 different Cutwaters because I figured I'd do a couple episodes try three, make some drinks with them and stuff like that. I got through 2 episodes and I was like, yeah, nah, this ain't for me.
I think I'm thinking of something else that you haven't tried yet. So is it just super strong? Is it even tasty?
No,
or is it just bitter?
Yeah, it tastes good. I mean, I wasn't just drinking the Cutwaters. I drank the Cutwaters, then I made drinks with them and stuff. But like the next morning, it wasn't right.
Oh, so it acts like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you just drink the Cutwaters, then maybe you'll be all right. But when you start mixing it with tequilas and stuff like that, I wasn't feeling good in the next morning.
Well, I don't drink,
know.
So it's not on my list.
Yeah, stay away from it. Get yourself a man's drink like a Miller High Life.
That's the thing. I've always wanted to have a champagne of beers, is what they call it.
Yeah, that's a real man drink. That's one of them. You come home from work, sit in the lazy boy, kick your feet up type of beers.
I mean, the last time I drank, I was at All In with Kiki, so that goes back to last summer. Was the last time I had an alcoholic drink.
I was there too. Look, I ain't see you with no drink.
I had one where we got there, and that was not a smart decision because it had me sweating right away because I had no food in my system.
Yeah, that tight ass little white shirt on too.
It was just a Michelob too. But
Michelob had you sweating.
Yeah, I had no food in my system. We hadn't eaten yet.
Oh, look at the excuse he says. I ain't got no food in my system.
You just gotta get your tolerance up. That's all.
Well, that too.
Irishman are you?
No, I'm saying that's where I agree. Like where I disagree with my heritage because I have no desire to drink whatsoever. I mean, the only time I went crazy drunk was on that one episode, and Zell remembers it, where I had the white noise, the vodka cranberry Sprite mixture. That was the only time I got drunk. I definitely felt it the next day, just because I drink that for tolerance that episode, but other than that, yeah, I never drink. I just don't have a desire to.
It's bad for you. Stay away from it. I'll take care of it for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'll eat unhealthy stuff, but I won't drink unhealthy stuff.
Keep your liver intact.
Well, especially now with my appendix out.
Yeah, I don't know. Your appendix might not really don't really do nothing no more, right? That's why they can just take it out easy.
That's the point when it ruptured. I'm like, so what's the purpose of that? Like, if they could just be removed so easily and you don't replace it, then yeah. But overall, we evolved
past the need for an appendix.
I mean, if I could get something from my liver with it being intact so much, then yeah. What's the price of a good liver these days?
On the black market?
Yeah, if I don't need it to live and I can just give it away to a binge drinker, yeah.
I ain't going to them, brother. They're going to some other type of people.
But Yeah, we'll have you on again soon.
Let me
Talk about all
know.
sorts of things. But thanks. You'll be on RLP's bonus episode like you are usually with AMP. You just said you all did a tangent, so everyone make sure you head over to the RLP Patreon, check that out. Have you any for Cordy yet, or is that coming up?
No, so we got Candace coming out, and me and Ant more likely doing the Monday episode. By the time this come out, it'll maybe be up, but more likely it will be. So,
And no wiretap this week.
no wiretap this week. But it's the
Okay.
latest episode out. Now you can listen to Worst Take.
I'd say
Uncle
Rock's
Rock is on Worst Take with
Yeah.
them, so
Okay.
you can listen to that.
Shout out to Rock.
And then, like Banks said, this will be the first of 2 episodes dropped. So pay attention to that because we'll be covering more entertainment news. Reviewing the TED show. Did you watch TED season 2, Zell?
No.
Oh, you gotta. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Did you watch the first season? I can't remember.
Nah.
You told us. Oh, you got all right. Then watch.
I watched the movies, but
I've only seen the first movie. I've refused to see the second TED. But the show is hilarious. The show is better than. I don't know. I love that first movie a lot, but
is Mark Wahlberg in the show?
no, it's his character Young. It's like the years that they skip over in the movie. So he's in him and Ted are in high school together and getting all sorts of adventures.
She did thing. My fault for being on camera for this one too. My damn equipment dying, I think.
It's all right. We're about to wrap up right now, but that's what we talk about. We talk about TED season 2 and all the other movie and TV news, reviewing the Oscars as well. So make sure you're liking the video, subscribe, comment, all of that. And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.